Hello and welcome to another episode of The Tavern with your host Dale, usual guest Sam. Here we have Kaif.
Come.
And today we've got Daz.
Hi.
So Daz has finally made it.
I have.
So you are now at the office full time, Daz.
A long time fan. I'm happy to be here.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't make it weird now, bro.
Make it weird.
Should we just start this one making out black? We went for the hand.
It's been evolving every week.
I know.
As well.
You should make out and go, oh, didn't see you there. Welcome.
Hello there.
Have
Welcome
you
to
seen
the
that
Tavern.
Kirby video?
No.
You got a lip lock.
Oh, mate. Can you show him it quick?
My phone's over there.
Oh, what's it?
Oh, should we
What am
find
I?
That's my phone over there. I don't know. It's like a fucking stupid shit post. It's in SR chat. But
Okay.
You have to, to make that work with
actually, I
the
sent
meme.
it to Daz.
You have to do it normally,
And then get somebody to draw
and then
it.
as you're talking, just do a random cut of you lip locking, and then cut back to the to the introduction.
Wait a second.
this one.
Oh, God, is the Kirby giving like the the sucking the finger
No.
or whatever
No,
it is?
no.
Where the fuck did that come from?
It's fucking funny though.
Oh
isn't
my
it?
God.
I want that dynamic.
I thought you talked about the Kirby one where he's sucking on the guy's finger.
So
I
much better.
gotta see if I can pay somebody to like draw that with like two of like our group. Just be like,
Oh my God. Someone needs to do Someone has to do fan art of Dale and Sam making out.
Yeah, today, obviously, like in the last couple of episodes, we're just kind of getting into the backstory of like each individual SR member and like just pulling in whoever we can. So, you know, bottom of the barrel today, we had to take Daz. So,
You had to come round to me eventually, mate. You had to get to the bottom.
so you're going to tell us your journey, Daz.
Do you want the long or the short?
I want the long.
You want the long.
I want the
yeah,
whole
mate.
thing, man.
Make it long so ad
Well,
revenue.
my life story.
Yeah.
So-
I guess that ad revenue, you know.
Get the ad revenue.
I always want the long.
Do you want
know, that sounds weird.
content?
sorry, I've just been staring at the camera this entire time, so I thought it'd be funny. We haven't hit proper rock bottom yet. So we haven't got Gary on.
Oh, yeah,
Is
true.
that proper up?
True.
Yeah, proper
Yeah,
rock.
I'm above.
we
Okay,
speak about the state of the boy, but like when you actually see him, Jesus Christ.
Honestly, it's ridiculous. It's bad. That when we have an episode to Gary, that means
I can't wait for it. The
that
amount of
is
slip
that
ups
is
you
true
would have.
rock bottom, man.
Yeah. It'll be a sad day.
Sad.
You know, we're running out of steam at that point. So Daz,
That's
enough
life
bullying,
story.
Gary.
Right.
Tell us about you. Right, let's go. Let's talk a bit about before joining SR.
Before.
Yeah. So before joining SR, actually, I want to go. So a lot of us have spoken about our school days, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I want to know a bit more about your school days and like your background in education and stuff, because I actually don't know a whole lot of that.
How badly were you bullied?
None.
Lucky.
I was one of the lucky ones.
Private school, innit?
How
Oh,
badly?
yeah, of course.
How badly were you bullied?
Private school at
None.
all. None.
He was bullied by a nun.
Nah, he was homeschooled.
It was a
so he
Catholic
bullied
school,
by
mate.
his mum.
Oh, fair.
No, I don't know. People just left me alone.
How many
Never
people
bothered
did
me.
you bully?
Did I bully? I was quite.
You know, social exclusion is bullying too, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't socially excluded either, mate. What the
They
fuck?
left me alone. They just left me out of everything.
I was just in the
Like I
corner,
wasn't
minding my own
involved in
business.
anything.
Dad's sat there lonely as ever, drawing pictures, and everyone's like, "Look at that weird kid."
Oh,
He
it's
was
that
the
weird kid that draws
drew
dicks on his
penises,
desk.
yeah.
Oh, wait, that was Sam.
It's actually
Then the
I'm not
walls
joking,
and
it's
then
actually
everywhere.
everyone dicks on everything.
Are you basically what's his name from? This is super bad.
Yeah.
It was more just small ones to start off with, and then that film came out, and I was like, stop doing
You're
that.
kind of cramping yourself.
And now I'm older, and now I'm like, hey, cock on everything, let's go.
Yeah. So go into your like school. Do you have any good like stories about school, or you a good boy?
School was pretty
bad
quiet
boy.
until like you had sixth form here, right?
Yeah.
Right.
You're in basically
not
the
in
same
a- we're
country.
not
then.
in a
I know,
different
but like
You're
some
living
people
right next door. Like you walk
some
across
schools
the
don't have
border.
it. And they
Wales
go
isn't
straight
like
to
a
college.
third world
Mate,
country. or
we're not
I'm,
in
anything, you know?
Australia.
I'm an exotic place right now. Okay?
Not that Australia is the third world country, I just said something different.
Now, like some schools don't have like a sixth form. You go straight to college and that. But we thought it'd be best stick with the people you know.
Okay.
And I don't know. That's just I
The
think that's
people that
where I
left you
came-
out of everything. You mean?
No.
The people that never got you involved. They just left you alone.
The whole school, mate. Even the teachers, they left me out.
They didn't know you were in their class.
No,
like.
I was just there in the corner. Like,
Forgot to enter him for exams because they were like, who the fuck's that kid?
it was honestly like primary and secondary was pretty quiet. I was left to my own devices, you know, my mates and that. But when it came to sixth form,
Gang's all you.
no, there wasn't really any stories. Like I say, it was quite quiet until uni.
Sounds like
Well, you
a
didn't do anything
boring-
stupid like strip off all your clothes and have people throw sticks at you.
In school.
Yeah.
You didn't throw a like
What about
shitty stick
outside
at someone's
school?
head.
But I like
You never
that,
played
right?
Pike the Cave?
Excuse me?
I
I want to play that
Someone
night.
has to be
Someone-
Yeah,
watching
he
the
has to be watching the
podcast.
podcast, does he?
I haven't watched that part, no.
You watched everything but that part. I see.
That part,
I see,
yeah.
I see.
Well, you were in Catholic schools, eh?
No, were you Catholic school?
Cringe.
Oh, okay.
It's starting to explain a lot, isn't it?
We had
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
I just realised a lot of people might be religious who are watching this and Catholic. And
You just dropped
when, he
cringe
said,
in there.
when he said he was Catholic, I went cringe.
Okay, so you're in a Catholic school. So just tell me a bit about the experience in Catholic school then. I want to know, because none of us have that kind of background at all. I don't understand.
We were memeing about the nun bullying you, but
It's possible.
It is entirely possible. No, it's very strict.
Yeah.
But like, even like those people that were more adventurous or tried to break the rules and that, they didn't bother. Like, it just wasn't worth the hassle. They'd get on to your case no matter what you did.
wait,
Was
were
it like a
we-
boarding school?
No. It was like a proper, just.
Are we
public
bad
Catholic
people
school.
then? I
Well,
thought
yeah.
I
We're
thought
Welsh,
breaking
so-
shit and being a dickhead was the norm when you were a
It
kid.
There
is.
really wasn't a lot of that. For
So
us.
do you want to know something funny? A lot of people who have like watched the previous episodes have come and said like,
Holy shit,
you
what
were,
is your school's like?
You were devil children. And I was like,
honestly, like that's
like,
just never happened.
I
everybody's
thought the
like
shit
that.
we did was normal.
Yeah.
Growing up, I thought the same. And then people are
Exactly.
like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys?
So yeah, so many people have been like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
I thought when you're growing up and you're going through school, you break and steal shit.
Yeah.
You get it out. You break and steal shit when you're young, so you
throw
don't
shit
do it
at
when
your
you're an
friends.
adult.
I didn't do it when I was young or an adult, mate. I'm just telling you that.
Yet.
That's wild. I can't believe you didn't do that.
No, like honestly, those schools were quite tame, quite quiet.
So you didn't bully teachers or anything?
We had that in primary. We made a teacher cry and quit teaching.
Oh my god.
Oh god, we had one in our school that got
Say-
bullied.
There was
Quite a
two
few.
people.
Quite a few.
There was
Huh?
two
We only had the
people.
one.
Oh fucking
Remember
hell!
him? He got bullied.
Mate,
we locked him in a cupboard.
There was. we had the same one.
I've
Our-
heard that story before.
Our biology teacher like got locked out of his own classroom by us.
Yeah.
And then he got locked out the back room and he had to like stomp all the way around to the front room. We locked him out of there, and then everyone ran out the back door. And he was like,
So
"Fuck, am I doing?" Like,
he used to be in the portal cabins by Red Brick, yeah? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And we'd locked him in a cupboard, and also we'd locked him out of the class at one point. And it wasn't until they went and got Mrs. West,
Yeah.
and obviously she was like,
Yeah. She don't take shit, did
strict,
she?
like she stormed in. What the hell do you all think you're doing? Like, and we'd locked him out, and just knowing it was his class, like we brought Game Boys in, stuff like that. So sat in the back of the class playing like Mario Kart on the DS.
Yeah.
And just like chilling
volume.
until when he was locked out, like
Yeah.
until like Miss West come in, unlocked the door, and screamed, and we were all like, "Oh shit, we're in trouble!" Like, but looking back at that now, I feel really bad.
hey, there was.
Being
It doesn't
in,
look like you feel bad.
being in an education setting now, I can see the frustration of that.
There's one teacher I remember specifically that we had for French,
Yeah.
and I can't remember what her name was, but I know what her nickname was. She had like this mustache and all sorts, and everyone hated her. But everyone called her Sweaty Betty. and she went into a cupboard at one point. She got locked in there by somebody else
Oh,
in the
God.
class, and she was crying in there, and everyone was laughing about it. And like literally, it's one of those things where now you're like, "Fucking, that's awful."
Dude,
Well,
kids
at the
are
time, you're
kids are
like-
fucking awful, aren't
You're
they?
like, "Hey, this was amazing." Hey.
But like, I hate to say it, like, I think if you don't have thick enough skin to deal with this, then I don't think you're fit for like
No, I
education
don't
in that
see-
setting.
I kind
Because-
of disagree.
And this is
though,
why
'cause, like,
teachers should be
I don't
paid
feel
more.
like you should.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Like,
I don't feel like you should have to deal with that. You're there to teach them.
yeah, you're there to teach them, but you're always going to get kids that come through the door like that.
Yeah, but
like
surely
whether
that
they
should be
stay in there
something
or
that
go
kind of-
into like a
You might
special
be a good
education
teacher,
setting.
but there are always bad parents.
Yeah, and like shouldn't like you should kind of have like I don't know a screening process or something that like
What,
tries
for a
to
child?
like
A child should always be given the opportunity for
Yeah.
education. Therefore, you can't beforehand be like, oh no, they can't come into this. You have to give them equal opportunity to everyone else. And then at
Surely.
that point, you may realize that they need that like extra step for them. They need that kind of like extra support. That's when you go and seek that. But they should always be given an equal opportunity. And I am
I
an
agree
absolute
with-
advocate for that.
I agree with that, but I think at the same time as well, like the amount of stories that we all have, especially like, and it's not just us, where teachers are like absolutely hammered and like treated awfully. Like,
Yeah,
you'd
I
think
mean, like,
something would need to be changed.
Yeah,
to,
if
like,
you have
try
problem
and stop
kids, then
that.
you have specialist teachers
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
classes for
We
that.
never
But-
had that. When there was like problem kids, they were just like, yeah, all right, wherever.
Just get on
and
with
then
it.
That sounds
basically.
like a school administration problem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
probably.
there is always like
But you
obviously,
hear about it
there's
everywhere,
always
don't
somewhere for them to go where they can be given that extra support that they needed, and like teachers that can deal with it a little better. But I think every teacher should have the capability of dealing with
yeah.
this kind of issue on a personal level. Like I think.
Well,
that's
ours
the
was an
case.
off day. Literally, we had some rowdy people in our class, but there was one day they came in and it was the Gary treatment. They had one bad day where they just kept like tripping on their words
Yeah.
and the class rinsed them.
Yeah.
And they never came back after that.
That
We
makes
lost our
sense.
form tutor.
Wow.
But that's
Just for one
mental
day.
to me. Like
Yeah.
that's.
They just
I
couldn't
don't know
hack
whether
it.
I'm
It doesn't sound
desensitized,
like
like-
it's somebody who's
You
No,
might
like-
be desensitized though.
I
fit
think I
to
might
it.
be
I
a
think
little
you are.
desensitized to it a bit now, but like I still wholly agree that like there should always be an equal opportunity. Every child should be given the opportunity to partake in like
And I don't disagree
any
with that,
possible
but I feel like
activity or like learning space.
there should be, like I was saying with screening processes and stuff, like, but there should be something that
Yeah,
don't know.
consequences to actions.
that as well.
Because our
We-
school didn't have that. We'd lock a teacher out of class, and the
It's like,
worst you get is a
oh,
bollocking.
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
do
yeah.
that again, then they'll do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
it's
just-
about like dealing with it appropriately afterwards.
It's there's like loads of teachers. Like the one that I first said about that got locked out of one door, then the other. They were actually a lovely teacher. Where like as I grew up and got to know them, they were like a really really nice person, but they were just socially awkward. They might have had like different issues or whatever. Really nice, but like it was a running joke for every year that teacher was basically he got bullied because he looked like Mario. That was it. Everyone called him Mario, and like that was it. That was like
Oh, mate, you'd want to
It's
play
basically
into
death.
that, wouldn't you?
I would absolutely play into that.
It's me. Shut the fuck up.
the amount of
And he's
people.
fine.
Like, whenever somebody would be like, "Oh, it's me, I'm Mario," he'd like kick him out immediately and be like, "Go see a teacher." Like go
Well,
see
that's
the
the
head
problem.
teacher and stuff.
Like I can understand
yeah,
that like
it's
as a
wild.
teacher you want a level of respect, but as a teacher you need to earn that respect from
Yeah.
the child. Like you need to earn the respect. A child is always going to try and push your buttons, and if you show them that you've just allowed it, they're gonna eat at that. Like they're just gonna keep
feel-
swinging
That's
at
why
you.
you beat the shit out of them.
I feel like we're like.
This is why you're a golden star,
Dale.
Dale.
But that's it. Because
yeah.
if someone shows weakness around us, we just go hard on that.
We do.
Like, unfortunately, like it's
Are we
funny.
the awful
like,
kids?
Oh yeah,
we
I
are
never
so
said that we
bad.
were
we
the awful
established
kids.
that like we were the terrible kids at that age, and like we just kind of went in
Mate.
on these things that were like
So
shown
you
to us.
guys didn't steal wheelie bins and burn them at your campfires?
No.
We actually, I
they
I
sat around
full on-
campfire and sang praise. Like,
I full on believe this, but we're the reason Gary has a stutter now.
You caused that.
Yeah, we did. Because he would like he would cock up his. We're also the reason that his stutter kind of like left because he would cock up his words and we'd fucking rinse him for it. Then he'd cock up again because he was worried about cocking up, and then we'd rinse him for it, and it would just happen
Plot.
over and over.
Plot.
Yeah, exactly.
part of this
You're not part of this group, exactly. All of his every single fuck up he's done, I made as a team of
To
worms.
be fair,
I named my entire worms team after his fuck ups.
he is
And he hated
hyper
it.
aware of it now. The minute he does, he's off.
And he's kind of like joking along with it now.
Yeah.
He also tries to do
much
it to
better.
other people, and nobody else cares.
do you
No,
remember
it was
fucking
It's fucking embarrassing.
Basin.
Diplomagic immunity.
Oh my god.
Dale is a diplomagician.
He was trying to say that Dale had diplomatic immunity, and he's like, oh, he's got diplomatic immunity. And we're like, oh, Dale, the diplomatician.
It's like a diplomagician picture of me somewhere. Did you do that? Yeah, okay.
It's so good.
Can we fish that out? Like,
Was it
that
the
spawned-
Skadoodle Skedaddle?
I can't remember. Was it?
I
No.
don't know,
He-
maybe.
It was something like that.
She'd taken like a politician or something and put a bloody wizard cap on him. Like,
Diplomagician.
I
Yeah.
adore Gary so
I
much,
do
and
as
all those fuck ups are so funny.
yeah.
But like everybody else does it. Like Joe does it as well, where like you'll fuck something up and everyone's like, "Ee," and go in on him. But it's just like, I think that's just kind of part of the culture now. Because we watched that XQC video and Trainwrecks where he's like, and then XQC's like, you are, it's some of my favorite things to watch because it's so funny.
Yeah, it is.
And I don't know, it kind of seems harmless, but then when you actually think about it, we're just bullying people for stutters.
True.
Didn't we do it recently with Ebbs and the gun sound?
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. We were playing WoW and she's there in the background, like going. Like, what are you doing? So we just, and then we took that sound and just put her over people like shooting guns and everything.
Absolutely memed that.
So yeah, we've jumped back into the
Sorry, it took a
criminal
really
side of
story.
school
Criminal.
from our half. So tell us a bit more about your innocent
How many laws have you broken?
school years.
How many laws have I broken?
Honestly,
Honestly, probably none.
wrong.
Bullshit.
Really?
I've never.
Not one.
Wrong.
Bullshit.
What do you reckon I've done?
Speeding.
I don't think you can go your entire life without breaking a law.
What kind of law?
I don't know. Fucking
Have you ever
pissing against the
illegally
wall down
downloaded
an alley.
anything?
Have I what?
Illegally downloaded anything?
Okay, maybe I have.
Have
Boom.
you pissed? Have you
Maybe I've broken
Have you-
laws that I haven't
Have
realized.
you peed on a public place
Yeah,
outside?
peed out in public.
Yes.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah,
Look,
you
look.
broke a law.
Criminal.
Urination.
I just
Mate,
thought I was
These
the norm,
nuns
like-
would be disappointed in you. Like,
Yeah,
Mate,
I mean,
that's why they.
we
I
thought
remember-
burning wheelie bins was the norm, but
Daz
there
is
we
just
Yeah, true.
swinging around his cock out in the street, pissing on everything.
They're on the right side. They don't
actually,
count, mate.
with public urination, I remember when we were in Manchester and Harley was absolutely hammered.
Oh,
Do you
my God,
remember?
yeah.
When he was so
Which time?
ruined. Oh, I'm not sure if he
Which
was there.
time?
No,
We
it
were-
was me.
Yeah, and
Gaz.
Gaz took him off to like go
Yeah.
calm him down because he hated me for some reason at the time. For some like I don't think I did. Whatever.
I can
That's
give you
not the
plenty
point.
of reasons.
Yeah, but that's not the
I
point.
can think of 12.
But the funny thing is that Gaz took him off, and they ended up peeing on a building, and we didn't realize till afterwards that they were peeing on a fucking police building. We were like, they committed a crime on the people who would prosecute them
Yeah.
for it.
That's a
They were
double
literally there
crime.
peeing on like I don't know, the police headquarters, some
Station,
shit like
like.
that. Yeah, the station. Oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That's a
ridiculous
wild
that you
night.
can't pee in public in like, well, not, in front of but, like around a
Have that
corner or
quoted,
something,
please.
down an alleyway.
Man,
Because if somebody comes down an alleyway to see you peeing, then they're infringing on you.
Can you see I'm
I don't
peeing?
think I agree with you.
I want
But
that
if he
quoted,
keep
please.
looking, if he keeps looking at you with that confidence, then maybe
I'm
you'll
gonna be
believe him.
honest, male or female, if I walk around a corner, I see them peeing, I'm walking away.
That's the point. But if they keep coming down the alley to be like, what are you
they
doing?
keep
Well,
coming
we were
down
talking-
peeing at me.
We were
Well,
talking
they're
about peeing.
coming down
We
the
can't
alley.
come into this.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Do you mean they're peeing while walking towards you?
Oh, they're walking into it.
I'm not just. I'm walking. I'm running away. Like at that
No, I'm
point.
saying, right, you're going for a pee down an alleyway, and somebody spots you peeing, and they walk towards you to be like, you can't do that, you can't do that. They pivot.
Have
I would never expect
Have you
anyone
ever
to do
had
that.
that where you're peeing on like in a corner and you lock eyes with someone else?
No,
That's the
I
one.
haven't.
Like I've been
How
peeing in
often
a
do you
corner
do
and
this?
someone like this is ages ago where someone walks past and I'm like, oh, fuck, and I turn around and they turn around and look at me and they're like,
So
Are they peeing in another corner?
no, they're like, it's like when you go
No,
down
they're peeing while walking
you know,
towards him.
like
A
public paths where there's like trees everywhere,
Yeah.
and like you go and pee on a tree or something, and like you constantly look around.
you're looking over the path, like,
Yeah,
and then
and
someone
then you
walks
like
past
turn
you.
around and there's somebody there who's just staring at you, and you're like,
So
zip.
I actually had like a couple of months ago, me and Lon were just went for a day in Cardiff, like,
You peed in a corner.
And yeah, we were going back to the bus,
They
and I
both
was like,
did, two
shit, I
different
really
corners.
need to pee. But there's no toilets around.
Yeah.
Like it was like a Saturday, so you had to like pay to get into the clubs and whatnot, and we had to get like a 40-minute bus home. So I was like, right, I'm going to the alley down the side, and I'm stood in the alley taking a piss, and then I look up, and there's just a CCTV camera like pointing at me, and I'm just like, hello.
Can I point out, right? The last 2 weeks have been about poo. It's definitely about pee.
Yeah. This is the pee episode.
Diverging.
And cum, apparently.
Pee and cum.
Have you ever shit in public?
No.
When I say public, I mean just not in your house, in a house.
Have you shit? I've like shit in the woods.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, many times.
Okay.
Camping
Do you mean
and
like public toilets?
No,
Or do you mean like
No, I mean,
In
like-
a building.
I guess shitting in a place that isn't designated for shitting.
yeah, just out in the woods and stuff.
I don't think I ever have.
You
No.
never shit in the woods.
Oh, wait, no.
He had a bed.
So I had to.
He is.
I had to when I was camping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've done it while camping,
Yeah.
and I've done it while just being out
I
with friends, and I was
remember-
too far from home. Like,
I'm not like I won't go too much into it, but when we were in Africa camping, there was like this thing that we had to learn where you had to basically like
dig a hole.
dig holes
Yeah.
and go. But I remember expressly they were like, okay, but you need to be careful where you go. Make sure if there are holes around, you don't just use them because they could be badger dens. Because imagine you're trying to poo in a badger den and like you poo on a badger and they come out and they're like, what the
you
fuck?
imagine?
And then start slashing the shit out of your ass.
Sam's like, oh boy, someone's made me a toilet already.
Like, yeah. And I actually didn't mind pooing outdoors. It was actually quite
Yeah.
refreshing. Yeah.
I
You just
tried
sit
when I
there
was
and
younger,
like-
and I couldn't.
There was one where
I
there
just
was like,
turtle-headed.
have you ever pooed in like one of the holes in the floor, as in like a man-made hole? Where it's like a
Yeah, that
toilet
was
in
that
the
was
floor?
hard. That was
You could, like squat down and everything.
as
and
a
hold yourself
gamer.
up.
I don't have the squat muscles, you know.
Yeah.
You kind
I'm
of
used to support. And
I'm
then,
like,
yeah, I know.
Vibrating.
Exactly. You do that. And you just kind of like grip onto your legs as hard as possible while pooing. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
why I needed to like.
Have you ever used a
visualize
bidet?
it. Yes,
I've
How
not,
was it?
no.
it's nice.
You not
How did
tried
you go
it?
back?
I can't afford a bidet.
It was just the badger spit
Yeah, I
back
guess
in
that
it.
explains that, doesn't it?
It was
Like,
just a
In
one
hotels and stuff.
pleasurable
Have you ever
attempt.
used
Like.
one? Like when we were in Singapore, I'm pretty sure there were bidets in the toilets, and like.
I might not have known how to make it function, so
Oh, mate, they're fucking great. They clean your butthole. It's you won't be cleaner than using
Basically,
it.
yeah,
get a
I've
fucking
been thinking about it
colonic,
for a
like,
while, but
it's
then it's
amazing.
like I can't shit anywhere other than my home if I do that.
I mean, you can. You just use toilet paper.
Yeah, but
dude,
like
think about
I
how
don't
much
want
toilet
to be
paper you save.
enlightened just to go back.
I mean, you could just do the good old like poor man's bidet and have a poo, then get in the shower and just quickly clean your ass. I'm sure there are people out there who do
Turn
that.
your shower onto high pressure, bend over your bath, and just
Wait, so you've gone in the shower? Have you ever slipped the finger in to get the rest of your shower?
Okay, so I've never done that,
Okay,
and I don't think I ever will.
I thought we were staying away from poo.
Yes, it becomes poo again.
Rob.
Oh no!
What?
Rob was telling me like he, you know, when he wipes his ass, he sometimes he gets his fingers right up there.
Rob just likes sticking his fingers up
there's
there
actually
anyway.
a thing where I don't know if you ever were told it. Like people were like, "Oh, in the military, to like use one piece of tissue, they'll basically poke their hole through the tissue, have the tissue around there, stick their finger up their ass, get everything out, then like scoop their finger out and like clean her off with the piece of tissue." Do you know what I mean?
Your pooey finger. Like.
But
Yeah.
but they
Smelly
have
pooey finger.
they have a piece of tissue. They stick their finger in the middle,
Yeah.
clean their butt, and then they'll like. clean
I
her
don't
off with the
care how
tissue.
much you fucking do that with one piece of tissue. That's already shitty. You're still coming out with a dirty, smelly finger. Like.
I mean, just rinse it.
What if
or
while
like,
you're doing that, you poke out a bit?
poke what out of it?
The tip of your finger pokes out the paper.
You got bigger problems at that point.
The
And
whole
you don't
thing
have
is a
to
big
worry
problem.
about a shitty finger. If you need to, you just clean it with a good old fashioned.
Oh no! Oh, this is 100%
He's like, "Oh,
being about poo again.
There we go, all clean. just smells of saliva,
So while we're on the topic,
and you get a weird taste in your mouth. You're like,
just make sure you clip
yesterday's
your nails.
meal.
yeah, sweet corn.
Make sure you clip your nails if you're doing that. Like.
Oh, unless you want to scratch your insides as well.
So
Oh, could you imagine that going up and like accidentally?
The start of your hemorrhoids adventure.
give it a scratch.
Oh,
Like.
doesn't Glenn have piles? You said yesterday. I completely forgot.
No, because he came into your
Was this
room.
private info that you've just divulged?
Maybe, but
He came
Glenn
into.
Haley
Let me.
told me
I just need to
yesterday.
confirm this for Glenn.
I think I was streaming at the time.
He came into Sam's room and was like, started talking. I was like, oh, Sam's streaming, by the way. And he was like, oh, okay. And then stopped talking. And I was like, he was like, what were you going to tell me? And on Sam's stream, I was like, oh, Glenn's just going to tell you he had piles. Like, he's just found out now in the office. So he's just letting us all know.
And I was like, are you serious? And he was like, yeah. I just
What-
went.
What's the difference between piles and hemorrhoids?
Same thing.
I think it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't actually have piles, though. I've just made it up for
Okay.
for interest
Yeah,
on
completely
Sam's
made
stream.
it.
You know, got to keep it.
I still believed you.
Completely made it.
You still believe me now?
I mean, now, yes. So now I believe that he doesn't have them. But
Okay.
What's hemorrhoids again?
stuff. I don't know.
Stuff. Bum fun.
I'm gonna have to look
Read it up. Read it up.
I'm gonna have to look
What
it up.
hemorrhoids is?
I'll look up piles and see if they match up.
Yeah. Let's
Okay.
cross examine.
Oh
these.
no, I need to look up what are hemorrhoids. I
Right,
know
I've
just-
got hemorrhoids.
Oh,
like, let me go.
piles, hemorrhoids.
I don't
okay.
wanna. I don't wanna like specifically look up hemorrhoids because I don't want pictures of it. To come up. Wait, it's the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
Ew.
They're lumps inside and around your bottom.
Yeah,
Ew.
like don't they bleed and shit as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says avoid constipation.
What do you mean
How do you
avoid
avoid
It
that?
says
constipation?
avoid constipation. It also says
get it.
avoid
Fine.
pregnancy. So there's that too. And don't push too hard when pooing.
Wait, it says symptoms include. It says one, and then it goes an itchy anus. Okay. If ever my butthole itches, I'm gonna be concerned.
I'm gonna give all the viewers a complex. There is a spider underneath your toilet seat.
Oh, mate, have you
Dun,
ever like
dun,
thought of that? Like, have you ever just gone over?
Mate, I thought right. What if there's a snake in the toilet and what if it
yeah,
bites
I've
my
thought that
balls?
as well.
Mate, have you ever had it
But it's
while,
never gonna
while you're
happen.
like pooping and like you go, what if a snake is like going up my toilet now? Well, it'll see my asshole and it'll bite it.
I think the least of
It'll
my
see my
worries is
arsehole.
it will
Seeing
see
you
my
poop,
asshole.
like,
Yeah,
I
but
don't want
it'll
anyone
bite
to see it.
Have you ever like
boy, he's
had-
gonna see
Nice
your butthole and
bumhole,
go,
bro.
oh, that's pretty.
yeah, if we got like poop's coming out, it'll be like, oh, yeah.
What if it starts guzzling the poop?
You're like,
Just
oh,
look at his jaw.
at
everything.
least
about
it'll
to
save
drink.
me. It'll eat the poop, but not me.
Hey,
Have you ever
free
seen
meal.
a bug in like a fly or something in like a urinal or in your toilet, and you're just like, yeah, have that. He's spraying at it as well.
Mate, that's just part of being a guy, though, mate. Like, that's part of being a guy. If you see something when you're peeing, you're gonna shoot for
You
that.
basically
Like, you're aiming.
waterboard the bug in porn section. Have you never had that?
Why do I imagine it like you're here at the toilet? The bug's like over there. And you're just like,
Come here, little fella.
It's on the windows. I'm like shaking it up.
I'll catch you.
Okay, have you ever played How Far Can You Get From the Urinal Before You Miss?
Yes. Yes.
Still?
Yeah. He's
yeah.
taking a couple of steps back as you're like peeing.
Daz?
I have. Yes.
Okay,
I used
cool.
to do it in school all the time, and there was some times where like the pee would just fall straight onto the floor, and I'm like, oh, I'll clean that up.
Like, I have
like a
mates.
solid-
Mate, in my school, right, you would regularly walk into a toilet and the floor would be pissed.
Oh, no, that's what I was gonna say. So I have friends that are like literally, you go on a night out or something, and like you piss in like a stall next to them, yeah, and then they'll just go, wait, it's got pissing on the floor next to it's splashing on your shoe, and you're just like, oh, what the fuck?
I gotta do that to you if ever we go out.
I'll get you first, like.
Yeah. I'm just
I'm pretty sure Payne's done that to me as well.
Oh,
Out
that
in-
would
that
not
doesn't
surprise me.
surprise
like.
yeah, Payne. Out in the woods, and he's like, wait, pissing on my leg.
The difference, though, Dale, is you'd piss on my foot and
Yeah.
I'd shit on yours. I'd be like, wee. Do you ever, when you've gone on night outs, do you ever like risk it and go for a poo?
No.
No.
No, because alcohol and poo means it's going to be messy.
The
Yeah.
risky thing is when you're desperate for one. You're like, I can't poo in this club.
We always do like,
In all
in
fair,
uni,
you
we always
are-
did like pre-poo, you know? Pre-out
I have pooed many times.
I know.
Oh,
We're aware.
I was about to say,
I have also pooed many times.
Like our
Who here
nights
has
out
pooed
years
many
and years
times?
ago,
I have never
vividly
pooed.
remember being like, I'm desperate, I'll go for a poo. And you sat there and you're like, this is disgusting. You're basically like up to your ankles in piss. You know, like,
yeah, but you're like the connoisseur of toilets, though, aren't you?
I'd say you are.
I wouldn't quite
I'm
say
so surprised
connoisseur.
you
Like,
don't have a
wherever
bidet.
we
For
go-
someone who regularly, like, you know, avidly enjoys pooing.
Yeah, wherever we
How do
go,
you not have a
carry
bidet?
around with
you
me.
literally just
You're
like,
"Hey." sprinkle.
You try every toilet we go to now.
Okay, so it's not
Like
it's-
to the
Look,
point
look.
that
It's
even
their
walking
own.
around in Paris and we walk past like a public public toilet, literally just one of them porta potty things, and he was like, I want to go with that.
do you not think that might be a symptom rather than something else? There might be something wrong with me.
Do you have a
Makes me go to
toilet
the
passport,
all
mate?
the time?
All the time, literally all the time. Like,
I just think you're a toilet critic.
yeah, that's it. I
He sees
think,
the toilet and he's like,
do you want to know the funny
I think
thing?
he's secretly writing
Dale
reviews.
started joking about this, about me going to the toilet all the time, and now I find myself when I go into toilets judging them.
Yeah.
I'll go in and I'll be like, oh, this
honestly,
is-
right, Sam.
shit.
We need to make a YouTube channel where you review toilets.
Oh my god, I need this.
I'd watch it.
I need this.
I'd definitely watch it, right?
Welcome
if
to
there's a
poo
middle,
review.
if there's a middle segment, right, where it's just silence and it's just you pooping. You got like a little lavalier mic down between your legs.
But the problem with that is like,
Just be like the last episode
You need
where
to
Josh
find-
is like,
you need to find like you need to sneakily take this thing before like anyone comes in. You need an empty toilet. But like I'd love for you to literally do a toilet review for us. Like,
Oh my
I would
God.
appreciate
Please
that.
It'd be the
make it
funniest
happen.
fucking thing.
yeah.
of where?
Just find a toilet.
Start off with our ones,
You
isn't
can
it?
do our toilets.
Nah, they're not very good.
Then compare
That's
the
the point,
upstairs,
yeah,
upstairs to the
yeah.
downstairs. Like,
Nobody says you have to review good toilets.
The worst thing is the downstairs is actually better to poop in, but the upstairs always has toilet roll. So
Rate
Yeah,
your
we need
poo
to fix
experience
that.
as
Toilet roll
well.
now.
we need to fix that. Both of them should have toilet roll.
like, I went in one the other day and there was like barely anything there. So what the fuck? Went to the bottom one, there's nothing. It's like, don't want to have that situation where you're trying trousers around your ankles and you're like, there's no toilet roll. I need to use the like. Have you ever?
Here
I
we
know
go.
what's
Here we
coming.
go. Here we go.
You know the roll that's inside the toilet? Have you ever used that to wipe your butt?
Yes. I've been in that dire situation.
Oh my
It's horrendous,
Like,
honestly.
I was at the point where like I've got nothing in the house. What do I do?
And you're like, oh,
And
this'll
like
do.
I didn't want to be like fucking tutting around the house, like trying not to get poo on my pants or anything, you know.
My old housemate at uni was far worse than that.
What?
He refused, like, we used to, like, every week change who buys what, you know, for the house. He was so stingy and would not buy toilet paper. So he resorted to using Subway napkins and his own socks. He would flush his own socks, yeah. Because he wiped
Wow.
No, flushing his socks. That's so fucking stupid.
I know
You
it
must
is.
have a blockage all the time, like.
He honestly, oh mate,
He flushed them.
he
What
was
the fu-
that
I thought you were
adamant.
going to be like, oh, he wipes it and throws her in
No,
the
no,
bath.
no. He was that
check when the
adamant on
washing
not
it,
buying
yeah.
anything for the house. Like,
He's
he
got to buy new
literally-
socks. It's more expensive.
That's for
Good
him though,
lord.
isn't it? Not the house.
True. I guess it'd be
Fucking
like
hell.
cum socks.
So that's
Where
a
once you use
uni.
it once, you just turn her inside out
It
and
was
use her again.
disgusting.
That's a uni housemate, like.
Yeah, that was second year.
That's
Have you seen
mental.
those
Like,
stories
surely,
with
like,
cum socks? Where they're like a mother will go into
mean,
a bedroom and
I
they'll be
will
like, oh, I found
never-
this really hard sock under the bed.
I will never get over when we found the picture of the boxers that had mushrooms growing out of them. Full on mushrooms.
buzzing.
Like what species of fucking mushroom is that? Cummalingus or something like.
I wish I knew the genus of mushrooms so I could make a joke, but I don't know it.
I mean, he's just gone for cunnilingus.
Cummalingus spermatae.
Oh, Christ.
But like, what kind of mushroom grows from cum?
Probably
Other than
not-
the ones that we saw.
Probably not a very tasty one.
I mean, you don't have
Do
to
you
add salt.
reckon they
to
like snip her up and chuck her in the ramen?
it. Yeah, there's no need to add salt to it, then, is it?
Yeah, it is a
Like
salty.
that's gonna be a salty mushroom.
It's like with salted butter. You just have salted cum mushroom.
Do you think, right, a mushroom that's grown from sperm will have a considerably different taste to had it just grown in soil?
Should we try it?
No.
Yeah, let's try this experiment.
We're getting lots of content ideas. Poo review and
Mate, I would watch poo review.
Yeah,
I would sponsor poo review.
Really?
Yeah.
poo review.
This poo review is sponsored
every
by
time
Kaif.
you have to leave a toilet and rate your pooing experience.
I feel like I'm gonna have to do that.
I think you have to like at least make this channel and do one episode. We were talking earlier about like pushing into other avenues for you. Like, this is it. This is
This
it.
is your calling.
Yeah.
It's such a niche. Nobody else has done poo reviews.
No
I'm
one else
sure.
could pull it off either.
you do review with a double O at the end, so it's like poo
Yeah,
review.
poo remove. Mate, if this doesn't get made within the next month, I'm going to be severely disappointed in you, like.
I think the whole chat.
I think we could record today.
Do you want to know what the worst thing is?
What?
You're saying about this, and I'm thinking about which toilets I've been in Cardiff, and like which ones would be good to like go around and be like, oh, which ones are good and which ones are bad.
Just a quick question. Do
What?
you need a cameraman? So I'll do that job.
Just get under there, Dale. Yeah, just from underneath. On an angle where the poop's coming out.
And on a
Oh my god.
now let's look at the splashback. There's a 4 out of 10 on splashback.
Oh God. Just be sat there like.
So
Wait, I just found a flaw in it though.
What?
You can't legally film in a
yeah, no,
toilet.
that's the problem. You'd have to like wait till quiet, or literally go into the establishment and be like, "Can I record something in your toilet?" Like serious, no, can I record?
I just won't name what the place is.
Can you record? You can record in public toilets. You can't, right? But can you record in like ones that are literally like this is meant for one person?
I think if you were in a single,
Yeah.
A
So like,
single-
if there
yeah.
are places that have like ours, it's meant for one person at a time. Yeah.
so I just laughing thinking like Sam's got to review like Costa Bridge End toilet.
Well, that's it.
and then the
Starbucks,
staff-
Costa, they're all like one person toilets, right?
Yeah, and then the staff's here and they're like, I remember him.
I'm like, oh my God, that's my shop. He reviewed our toilet.
You only gave me 4 stars.
Oh, God.
I want, like-
it wouldn't be stars. it'd
I
be
actually
starfishes.
won. I won like the shittest graphics on screen as well when it starts just being like poo review. Sorry, poo review. Poo review. Can we get this?
Mate, if it gets popular enough, you could revolutionize like the toilet industry in the UK.
Oh, you could.
Honestly, the big companies will be coming to you like, what's the name? Oh, I can't remember. I'm trying to think of the name of the like big toilet brand there, but why would I remember that? They'd be coming to you for advice, like, what do you recommend?
This
in a
episode
toilet?
is sponsored by
Hey, this
Huggies.
is innovation.
Nappies that fit your ass. Try Huggies.
You could just imagine like Starbucks replying to you on Twitter saying, I'm sorry for the unfortunate incidents you had in our toilets.
Oh,
We will review
Christ.
this shop.
It's gonna be class though, because you're gonna come across toilets that have got like, you know, a bit of a poo stain on the wall. Oh my God, do you remember that the Korea place in London? No, were you there? No, I was with Gaz, Luke, and Glenn.
I
So-
remember in London, we were in a pub and there was a toilet that was like absolutely destroyed by sick.
Yeah, I remember that because you told me to have a look.
I
Like,
took a
like,
picture
no.
of it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I still have
So
it.
I went
were
to
reviewing
I
even
think it
back
was
then,
last
mate.
year actually.
I went to a Korean like restaurant in London, and they had a bin next to the toilet, and people weren't flushing their tissues.
Oh,
They used pooey tissues.
Oh.
They were not being flushed. They were being put in the bin next to the toilet.
That's
It was just full of shit covered tissue.
Oh.
that is
That's
common in other
actually
countries.
disgusting.
Yeah,
So
but
that
I
might just
couldn't
be
use that
habit.
toilet. Like
That's actually
that's unhygienic. Like that's I'm sorry. that's
When I visited,
horrible.
Fuck, I can't remember which country I visited. I know Florida had a thing where they were like, "Do not flush your toilet paper." Might have just been the hotels in because
Maybe.
America seems like a place where you can flush it.
But it was
Can't
to
imagine
me,
the
it
smell
was
as you
like it
walk
was
in.
absurd. Like you could smell it, you could see it. I don't know. I couldn't hack it. Like maybe obviously we're not used to it.
Yeah,
But, like
So you've been reviewing them this entire time?
yeah, silently judging. Um.
I'm going through all my pictures to see if I can try and find the toilet, and I couldn't.
So, Daz,
Mm-hmm.
fold or scrunch?
Fold or scrunch?
Yeah,
I fold.
Yeah.
you fold. That's the only right answer.
this is the toilet paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a fold.
Yeah, you'd have to be an animal to scrunch. Like I want to know in the comments if anyone scrunches.
If anybody
or
scrunches the toilet paper, you're
If
a
you've got
walking-
any other weird tactics, like you know,
Oh,
tell
like-
tell me if you pop a finger in covered in tissue and whip it out like the old army trick.
Feel free to make a burner YouTube account for that one.
don't sell yourself out, like.
wipe front to back or back to front.
Alternate.
Yeah, I don't think it's really thought about.
Do you
Like,
actually alternate?
Yeah, I go like back to front. I'm like
You lift
maybe,
your balls
I do
up.
the
and I'm like, oh, you know, I might have spread a bit of poo down the gooch, so I gotta go the other way. Oh, I might have spread up my crack, gotta go the other way.
I think as a dude, I've got less worries about which way I fucking wipe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
women
yeah,
have got to
yeah.
do
Yeah.
front to
So which
back.
way do you do?
That's something I don't think. It's probably just a fucking however funky I'm feeling that day, like, you
How
know.
funky I'm feeling.
Yeah.
What about like a helicopter wipe? You know?
Oh, the age-old question: do you stand to wipe or sit?
Sit.
I sit.
Tilt.
Oh,
So you
of
go-
course.
you go
Yeah,
behind?
You go like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Do
Do
you?
you not go behind?
No, I don't.
It is a bit harder now I've gained weight because I have to lift more of me off the toilet, but yeah.
I
Fuck,
suppose
I'm
if
just
I suppose if
fucking
you're like you're
That's what I
a,
meant. Back to front or front to back.
I guess if you're
Oh, you meant
skinnier,
like, I
you're
thought
more
you meant
likely,
to
right?
wipe this way or that way.
That's what I meant. Like,
Well, I fucking.
Oh,
I
I
mean,
mean both.
toilet bowl, like.
Wait, hon, you got it there.
Yeah, because
That's
my
what I
toilet
meant.
has got so much room. It
I
depends
was
on the
like,
toilet
I was
seat.
like, do you wipe back to front or front to back?
That's not what I thought you meant. I thought you meant which way you like
I mean, it's a bit
motion.
of both, really.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
no, like it depends.
One is the
Completely
other,
depends
yeah.
on the toilet seat because some toilet seats are too small. You got to give yourself a bit of a lift. But like,
Dude, my world has been rocked.
it's not something
That's
you
why I was like, oh, I'm surprised you actually answered that because I was like, I didn't know anyone that like went like that.
Cause yeah, I just tilt.
I did
I'm
it
like
for
that.
I did it for a bit, and I was like, I think this is weird. And I was like, okay, just old fashioned back.
I think I sit a bit too far back on a toilet as well. You know that?
Huh?
Yeah.
You don't want
Well,
to sit too far forward. You fall
Daz
off.
will find out soon. But
You're,
like, the back of my bowl
back
gets
of the
smashed.
toilet.
Like,
Oh,
yeah, I mean, you can tell where you position your arsehole on the
yeah.
toilet by where the stains are, right?
my poo is hitting the fucking upper pan before it's hitting the water. Like,
Oh, have you ever actually like there's like the bowl and then there's the ring above it.
Yeah.
actually just, like,
regularly
coated
hit
that?
the lip. That's why I think I'm
Nah.
maybe sitting too far back. Like
For me, like the only times I've ever hit the upper lip is if I've had diarrhea.
See, I don't know if it's leaning or going too far back or leaning too far forward. So like my butt's being aimed higher up.
Yeah, but if you lean too far forward, that means you have quite, projectile shit.
I'm just like I basically just sat there like.
yeah,
I hope nobody eats food while watching this.
I hope you do. I hope you choke.
It's actually been like all poop.
It
and
has.
pee this
We
time.
literally started this going, all right, the past
That's
two
not
episodes
making about poop.
It's
have
such
been about
interesting
poo.
topics,
Let's make
though,
sure
innit?
not to
People
talk about
don't
it.
talk about this stuff.
Yeah, people need to know.
I'm
as well.
having my fucking mind blown by the fact that you guys wipe like this. Oh, the camera can't see, but like
Stand up
that.
and do it.
Like this. I'm like this.
Have
Wait,
you,
you go that
Right.
side?
I go down the side. Yeah, I tilt
So
to the
I
left.
I go like around
you know,
the back.
some people stand up to wipe.
yeah.
From
That's fucking difficult. Like, have you ever tried it?
Yeah.
No, because I'm not an animal.
I
I've
think it's
tried it.
fucking
It's
hard.
risky.
I try it and I go, whatever poo I would have gotten, it's just been scrunched up my butt.
Can we do a poll on the tavern?
Yeah.
You can do polls, right?
Yeah.
We should do you wipe from the front, from the back? Oh, okay. Do you sit down? Do you stand up? Do you tilt?
Yeah.
And we'll see what we get.
Do you know?
I hope to God tilt
I'm
is not a
pretty
minority.
positive Gary stands up to wipe.
Yeah, because Gary's weird.
Gary's
But
an
he
oddball.
sits down like a gremlin to poo.
Yeah.
So why would he put the
So
effort into stand?
apparently that is actually
Oh,
the
yeah,
best
yeah,
way
yeah.
to sit.
Yeah.
But
relaxes
but
your-
the issue is toilet bowls aren't built up for that.
No.
You ain't getting all of me and my legs on my toilet bowl.
Yeah, because Gary has his feet on the
Does
edge of
he?
the toilet
Yeah,
seat.
no.
Does he, or does he have a little poop stool?
I think he has a stool now.
Squatty potty.
I
Yeah.
think now he has a stool, but he used to
Squatty
basically
potty.
sit like
Squatty
a
potty's good.
like a slab, like.
Squatty potty's a good one. I like that.
Squatty potty.
How often do you guys shower?
Every day.
Yeah.
It's either every day or every other day.
It's like 2 to 3 for me.
I
do
shower
every other
most
day at
days,
most.
but
I don't leave
it's
the house,
Usually every. If I don't go anywhere,
sweat
I won't
anyway.
bother.
Yeah.
There's been some times where like I've been in a real pit and it's been like 4 or 5 days.
All right.
And I
Well,
don't
actually,
go anywhere.
to be fair,
But, like-
for me, it's more like playing it by ear. But like, if it's
Sorry,
I think
that's
if you get to the point where you smell yourself, you go shower.
yeah.
100%. Like, have you ever had that where you sat there and you're like,
So
It does
like
get like that
during the
sometimes.
winter, I don't sweat that much, so I don't have to shower every day. I feel like
I normally do it
sleeping is
whenever I
usually
need
a
to
big
go somewhere.
problem. Like,
It's
yeah.
so I go to bed and like I'll get up in the morning. Like I have to wash my hair like
it's
every day,
routine
no matter
for
what.
me.
If you stop using shampoo, you'll have less issues with it.
It's less about so my hair doesn't
I've
get
not used
greasy.
shampoo for about 5 or 6 months. So I don't have hair. Like, I think I might be wearing a headset all the time. I think I might be
So,
having
like,
an issue.
getting a
Yeah.
dent in
But
your
yeah, I've not used shampoo in ages.
Oh my god, there's gonna be a generation of gamers, right, that have a bald
Yeah.
line.
Yeah.
And it's been concave.
I
It
didn't know
would be
there
the
was
best.
much of an issue, and then I looked down, I saw myself on the camera, and it's
Yeah.
fucking bald patches along here. That's where the headset sits.
It could be at the rub-in. Could do it.
Yeah, the
Probably.
headset. Yeah.
Hey, my
Dad's wears his headset funny then, doesn't he?
Yeah, but, mate, you've seen
booby.
you've seen my dad. He has full head of hair and everything. It's really
Mm.
weird. Like on my mum's side as well, full head of hair.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm adopted.
But I got loads. Do you want to borrow some of this? So like, I got too much right now.
Fucking
Oh, I
glue
have
on, mate.
borrowed it, mate, from over here.
Yeah. Oh, you can't even see it, but the bald patch right there. Right, we've kind of like we've gone so far away from Daz and his school life. His nuns
Soz.
are gonna be fucking disappointed right now.
Pee, cum, and poo.
Yeah. So
To be fair, you said like you're a fucking angel boy in school. So
Angel.
I honestly, I think
I
this
thought
is,
I was.
This has been my favorite podcast so far. We've talked about poo all the time. It's been great.
yeah.
You've got a new idea for you out of it. No?
So
Oh,
Good poo.
we
I
read about your
expect
school.
poo review.
Yeah, well, I think we all expect that
Yeah.
now. That's gotta come.
The chat demand it.
So Daz,
we'll see.
bit of more. Can I ask you like you went to university, right?
Yep.
Can I ask you what you did in university?
Product innovation.
Product innovation.
Oh,
Can you give
so
us a
it
little
was-
bit about that?
You didn't do anything.
Didn't do anything.
That's right.
It actually felt like that in my second year.
Yeah.
No, so obviously innovation is business and engineering, and it's just the design process of how you get to a product or service and what you do to improve that. So like you get a product, you take it apart, you see what's wrong, you see what's
Oh,
right,
okay.
and you think, okay, how do I make this better for people to design it, for
Yeah.
people to make it? Like, is there less parts? Does it need more? But it took a long time to get to that, because in the first year, you're practically all in the same bunch. You're doing electrical engineering, all the mathematics
Really?
stuff.
Wait, you had to do all of that as
Yep.
well?
I hated it.
So
I'm terrible.
I actually never knew what you did in university. I knew you went to university. I never knew what you did. So this is like
The issue is
new to me.
innovation is
I thought you were
like
just full-time waste man. Like.
that's what I studied. Man. Innovation is like
So did I.
such a broad
The
thing.
waste coming out.
Everything you do and see, and every company out there will do it. So it's actually, I hindered myself doing that. I enjoyed it, but like trying to find a job in that is actually more difficult than you'd imagine, because it's not a
Yeah.
specific like class of engineering as such.
it's so broad.
You're not mechanical, you're not electrical, you're not
Yeah.
any of the science. You're like more of a business.
Yeah. Okay, that's
Side
quite
things.
cool actually. I genuinely didn't know like you did that at that background. So, so let's jump into like how you got to know people in SR and then how you joined us.
Well, that leads on from the uni thing.
Yeah.
It got like, you know how Sam said you practically did nothing.
Yeah.
We went right. Our first year was so jam packed of lectures, and then when it shifted away from engineering as a whole and got to innovation, it was like 2 lectures a week.
Really?
I had so much free time that I started playing WoW again, because I hadn't played it since like BC.
Yeah.
That's where I started seeing his videos. That's when you started streaming, and Josh. And I don't know, I kind of got into WoW again, got into your community, and just went from there.
Just wormed your way in. That.
Just wormed my way in.
That's fair.
Was I watching you for about a year and a half?
I feel like it was a fair whack of time.
It
I
was-
think it was basically like a year and a half.
Kaif's,
I think it was like February, March.
yeah.
You sort of joined in, and then you, like a year and a half later, I think it was like October, November, you joined us
Yeah.
for raiding.
It was Legion.
It was
Kaif's WoW videos promoted your Twitch, and your Twitch, you promoted his videos. It was like a relationship thing there. So while watching your videos, I went straight to his Twitch, and then I joined your Discord.
He basically just was around so much, and I was like, I need mods.
Yeah. No, I knew.
And then
I knew you trusted him, which
It was
is
it was basically every single stream I did, you were there from start to end, essentially.
Me and Jackal for the longest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that comes on to like something that
all the way through.
I wanted to bring up as well then. So like I had a message from like Daz and Jackal one day before like
Oh,
he
I
joined
remember.
SR, and it was like, it was super wholesome. It was super nice, and they were like, "Look, Sam's birthday is coming up. You guys knew I was pretty close to Sam, so they were like, it seems weird to ask this, but can we send something to your house, like to you, so that you can give it to Sam like a gift and like a little note?" And like, I remember thinking like,
It was the dice, wasn't it?
yeah. And I remember
still have
thinking
them
like,
like
Daz is probably weedy as hell. I could probably beat him up if he did turn up to my house. I was like, yeah, here's my address. Like, so I give him my address, and like they'd sent me these things to give to Sam, and it was just super wholesome and
Dude,
just
they're super
really
nice dice as well.
yeah. It was really nice to see like Daz was such a kiss ass like so. No, but it was a really nice gesture at the time, and like.
Basically,
I
how
remember as well though, because there was like a website that I think one of you recommended and was like, "Oh,
So
look at this for dice."
no, I'd bought dice,
yeah,
and then I sent you the website while you were streaming,
Yeah.
and you were looking through it, and then they messaged me and was like, "Oh, them dice are really nice, and I think
Yeah.
he likes them." So like,
we went straight.
can we get yeah?
'Cause
yeah,
it was
Yeah.
one of those like where I was looking through and I was like, "Oh, these ones would be amazing" or something like that.
Because
And then that was
wasn't it
the
something like you were like, "Oh, which ones do you think you'd want?" Like, so I was like, "Oh, Sam, which ones do you like? Oh, these like, yeah, they're super cool." Like, and then on stream you're looking through like, "Oh yeah, we played you like a fiddle, bro."
Yeah.
Played you like a
I
fiddle.
remember when they got there, I was like, "What the fuck? These are so
Yeah.
nice." And then it was like a really lovely message along with it.
Yeah, but I knew that you had a lot of trust in both Jackal and Daz. So like I had no issue trusting them
Yeah.
at that point. Like if you could trust them, then I've got.
It's a shame that only one of them still
it.
moderates for me.
I moderate everything else now.
Yeah, okay, bro.
Okay, bro. That's weird. That's how it actually segments. So when I was in Sam's like community, like as a full-time thing, like I'd met other people in SR, like Lucas. I think I met you there as well, Lil.
Yeah,
Probably. Oh, I definitely met Lil.
Yeah, and then it was like, what was it? Antorus?
I think
Was
so.
it Antorus? I basically got asked to help heal that raid, and literally one
I think
day,
I was like, "Oh, do you want to come heal for us?" 'Cause
yeah,
we
yeah.
need it."
Like for me, it was just like an evening for something
Yeah.
to do, and then randomly out of, like never expected it kind of thing. Randomly out of the blue, it was like, do you want to do this full time kind of thing? So in my head, I was like, okay, it's about the raid team. So I was like, yeah, sure. So I joined the, I got all the channels. I had welcomes and all that stuff, and I didn't know genuinely for like the first day that it meant SR.
Shit, am I in SR?
I thought I was just in the raid team. It was so weird.
That's quite funny.
I was the last person to join through WoW as well.
Because you and someone
Lost
else
to a bad
joined at
batch,
the
then.
same time, right?
Yeah. What?
Like you and someone else joined around the same time, right? And then it was basically that was it from that point on. I can't remember who joined.
So
after you.
I don't remember Daz joining
I
because
don't remember.
Patek came through community, I think.
Yeah, but I don't know
Yeah.
if you joined after or before. I think it was
After.
after,
You
yeah.
joined after.
So I just I
I'm
think
gonna be
when
Patek.
Daz joined, I kind of like I'd come away from the PC for like a year
Mm-hmm.
and didn't really like do much on the computer. I think I was kind of like swapping jobs or something at the time.
Yeah,
I
maybe,
can't
I
remember
think so.
exactly. So like if
I
I,
think it
come
was back
back
when
and
you
there was
started.
like a bunch of like new people in SR and
Yeah.
like Daz was about, and it was kind of like it was strange for me to like come back and see
I
so many
remember.
people
I
just turn
think
up.
you, Glenn, and I think I don't know somebody else. I can't remember, but there were people who were like, "There's all these new people, and I just don't know any of
Yeah,
them."
but it felt like that at
It
times
was
because
like really.
if you
uncomfortable
didn't
'cause you
spend a
didn't-
lot of time, and like it makes sense for people to turn up. If people were
Yeah.
disappearing, then it made sense for like new people to turn up. But like it was so confusing at one point. Like
Because I remember how often Glenn would like kind of talk about how he just didn't feel like he just didn't know anyone, so he couldn't really join in anything. And like it's
Yeah.
really nice that we're at the point now where
we just had to
Well,
get
that was-
comfortable with each other.
like
really, didn't we?
everybody's comfortable.
Well,
Everyone
that was the
talks
thing.
and
When I
everything.
joined, I had that confusion as well. Like, obviously, I knew some people through Sam,
Yeah.
but like Kaif had no idea who I was. And then I spent the next year just kind of like gradually like,
Worming your way in.
can
like-
I help out with anything? Can I change anything? Like, I got made mod for some reason, and I was like, can I change this? Can I add this channel? Can I do this? But no, so like I was thrown into that, only knowing like half the group, and then like the other half I completely had no
Yeah.
idea about.
And then you accidentally kind of become HR like.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Like that was just thrown on me. But that's when we decided that like after me, we should do the whole community thing. Community gamers. Get to
We
know
realized
people
how much of
before
a
bringing-
mistake it was bringing a new in.
Yeah, it was
exactly.
like,
Like,
yeah,
it was too much of a
Once
wild
Stars
card.
joined, we were like, this is a bad method.
But we can't rectify this mistake. So
It's a
It
bit,
was.
it's a bit rough, mind that. No, I'm not going to mention it again.
Mate, the method of, hey, we will add people to SR if they're in our raid team in WoW was a really bad idea.
I didn't even know I was in there until I got told like a day later.
I think back then it was because that was all we played. So if they joined, we could like talk to them all the time, and it wasn't really like a big thing with SR at the time, where
Yeah.
it was mainly just like one of those people that joining our raid team. We're playing with them all the time. Like that was the game we played 3 times a week. Actually, more than that.
That's what I mean. Like
So it
shortly
was
after
just
I
one of
joined,
those-
it was less WoW,
Yeah, and then
more
other
like
games.
other things like SCP and
Yeah.
stuff like
And it was just like one of those things where anybody who joined the raid team, we'd have them in once or twice to see how they were, and then we're like, yeah, I think they're good, or no, we're not. They're not good. There was this guy like ages before you, who was called like I think he was called Tom or something, like one of the random people that joined. Do you remember when he joined? And he was like,
Kind
he
of
was this
remembers.
really arsehole person,
Yep.
and then after he left, he was like, oh yeah, they used me for this, that, or
we
the
we
other.
kicked him for being an arsehole, and then he was like, oh, they used me for my raid tactics.
Yeah, that was
I was
it.
like, did you ever fucking
And he
say anything about a raid
He
tactic?
turned up as a shit DPS who did nothing, didn't have any banter or anything like that.
Yeah.
And we were like,
got
"Alright,
got
right."
upset when it was banter.
And then was like, oh, okay,
the
bye.
wrong thing entirely for this group.
Then we
Yeah.
kicked him, and he was
You're in
like,
the wrong
oh
group,
yeah,
bro.
they used me for this, that. And I'm like, what the fuck are you on about? Are you
And he was
serious?
swiftly ignored by everyone.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So that shitstorm didn't work.
sorry,
We've
man.
kicked a lot of people.
You say we kicked a lot of people.
We have kicked a lot of people.
I remember back when
The-
I was in charge of the raid team, it was one of those things where it was like, if anybody had an issue with anybody, like we've spoken about this. If like when we had like a random person join in, if anybody had an issue with them, it'd be like, okay, bye.
Yeah.
You're just gone. Like,
I don't
we
think there's
like you.
ever been a single person we've kicked, and that person's ever gone, oh yeah, that was my fault.
Yeah.
True.
Every time someone's ever been kicked, they've always
They're
been
always
like,
really bitter.
they're
and
they're
shit, aren't
assholes. I didn't do anything wrong. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, we're friends, and if you've got to go, there's good reason for it. Like,
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, anytime there's a problem person, we put up with so much shit before we kick them because we
Yeah.
don't want to go through the
It's
effort of
true.
actually kicking them and then them kicking off.
Yeah.
Because we don't say the reasons why we kick people.
Yeah.
Just say like they can make up whatever lie they want and then they can carry on with their
Well,
life and we just
yeah,
have to deal
but
with
I
it.
mean, like I said, we kick for a good reason. We deal with a lot of crap, and if it's at the point where we can't deal with it no more, or if it's severe enough that they've got to go,
Yeah.
then
Whenever we kick someone, they've had at least like 20 warnings before they've gone.
But like,
It's unfortunately kind of gotten to this point though, where like we'll talk and talk and talk to death about these people and like the issues they've had. And this isn't just people in SR. This is people who have been in like the community and stuff who we've spoken to and played games with. But we'll kick them. Like I'm going to stop saying kicking because that sounds. We'll remove them. I don't know. Kick feels kind of harsh for us. Remove.
we just cut ties with them. at the end of the day,
We'll remove them from there, and we'll have all these very clear reasons, and we'll be really respectful, being like, "Look, you've done some shit stuff. We're not going to talk about it because we don't want to like disparage your like. It's just you're gone." And about 99% of let's say 95% of the time, they always go around to people and tell false stories about them. And say like about us, and say that I got removed because of this, because of this, because of this. When it's almost always it is always just they're fucking awful people.
Yeah.
And we've had to remove them for like a good reason.
It's so dumb as well because when you kick someone, right, and they lie about why they were kicked, it forces our hand.
Yeah,
We have to say why we kicked them, and then they have to deal with the backlash of everyone knowing why we kicked them.
yeah.
So
like,
Bit
There-
silly, really,
there's
isn't it?
too many
kinda
of these
dumb.
people who kind of just like think that it's like a main character complex where they're like,
Yeah.
oh no, I'm not in the wrong, they're in the wrong.
But
This, that, and that. It's just
it's not even as
shit.
though they aren't aware that we have essentially evidence on the situation that they've caused. Because, like, we talk to them, they'll admit their fault to us.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have, like, evidence where people have come to us to, like, give us this, like, situation. And then still,
And then they
they'll
deny
lie,
it.
they'll lie and make up something completely different
And
about
then we're like, bro, we
and then
have
we're
like,
we literally
we
like
have all this evidence.
we have everything.
Yeah.
And like, because we're not just going to kick you without knowing the full story.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, something needs to be collected to gather like what's going on. But I don't see why people would then put themselves into that situation
It's really strange.
afterwards.
I don't understand it, but then why would you understand someone who is that dumb?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. And it's I don't know, it's kind of had an adverse effect where, like, I don't know about anybody else, but for me, like, with people like this, I don't want to get to know them that well. I don't really want to talk to them too much, just in case they end up being like one of these people that we've had to kind of remove in the past, because it happens so often.
It has, yeah.
Where it's just shitty people who act like they're not shitty people.
I feel
I
like there's a saying, right, that you can only keep up a facade for like about 3 months.
Yeah.
So if somebody continues being who they are for like over 3 months, they're probably not going to be any different.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Maybe.
It's weird, isn't it? Fuck, we went from talking about shit to like being all deep.
To talking about shit.
Yeah, we're still talking about
Yeah.
shit.
Where it's
Still.
all serious now instead of poo reviewing.
Yeah.
I expect poor review.
poor review.
I'm gonna have to do it now.
Start with our toilets.
Just please.
We'll see. We'll see if
Let's
we'll
do
start
poor
with this
review,
one or
like.
somewhere else. We'll just go to my toilet at home and be like,
Just a nice little like chest up shot, and then like a little silent segment
Just
where
be
you
like-
where you push.
I,
Place the camera on the floor so you can
we
just
have like
see
an
like your
off-screen
legs
hand,
like
like
with nothing.
dabbing your head from sweat. As you
it'll
straight.
be my own hand.
Like I said, I'll be your cameraman. I can come in with a tissue as well. Yeah. So, what have we done? We've done your journey into SR, your school life. I think people are just kind of expectant of this now.
Go on.
But what shit story you got on Josh? Like, not shit story. No, let's not get back into
Like,
shit.
food to bed, yeah.
Well, yeah.
How was Josh wrong?
How
you?
Has Josh wronged you in
wronged
any
you?
way? Like, if the people want to know. Like, they want to know who he's wronged, when he's wronged them.
He's not wronged me in the sense of like the stories I've heard so far. He's always played the
Can I just say, like, during the 24-hour stream, you slapped him with some intent. Like, he has wronged you in
I tell
some
you
way,
what,
somewhere down the line.
He said the same to me. He was like, I deserved that for all I've done. And I literally went to
What
my
have you
room and I was
done?
like, what have you done? I literally went up to him afterwards. I was like, what have you done?
I mean, there's a lot behind
You're
closed
about to
doors.
find out what he's done.
Nah, he's
Your mum will tell you.
he always plays the kind of tough.
Insinuating Josh fucked his mum.
He always does the tough love act.
Yeah.
Like he's supportive,
Sure, it's
Yeah,
not.
yeah, yeah.
but sometimes it's a bit too far. And the main incident I had, which really pissed me off, I was
Okay.
away on holiday one year, and this leads into my story into SR as well. So, like I say, like randomly thrown into the raid team, randomly people just trusted me to do whatever, moderate, randomly thrown into dealing with these people.
Trusted it. We couldn't be asked. There.
Couldn't be asked.
Yeah,
I
no, we
was
just
slumped
palmed it
with
off onto
Hey,
you,
new
mate.
guy, take this.
But no, I struggled for a while, leading back to obviously my course, to find full-time work.
Mm-hmm.
I found part-time, I found seasonal, but I could not land full-time.
Same.
So that eventually led to like Kaif and Josh like recommending doing YouTube, do Twitch, do all that kind of stuff. But before that, I was on holiday, and Josh was adamant that because it took him no time at all to find full-time employment, that I was a piece of shit, that I just hadn't been looking at all. And
Yeah, that sounds like Josh.
It ruined my entire holiday. I was so mad. I was out for a
Really?
meal with my parents, and I was just at my phone like, you what? Like, he was just adamant, like, you've not been looking. It's been, what, 5 years? You just haven't looked.
Which country did you go to?
What do you mean?
Holiday.
Oh, no, it was still in England.
Oh.
I wasn't abroad.
10B.
It's in Wales, you
Hold on,
were.
did you say you were abroad?
It's in
No, I
Wales.
wasn't.
Oh shit, it is, isn't it?
Oh.
My bad.
But
Yeah.
like,
Sorry, you said England, and you know we are England, aren't we?
he's done this recently with Trico actually.
Oh, God.
Just get a job.
Just get a job.
It's like with Joe. Just stop being sad.
That originally came from Josh as well.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Like he means well, and he's like pushing you to like, I don't know, live up to your potential or whatever. But it annoyed me because I'd spent so many years searching, depression, just in a shit space of mind, and to him, nah, just piece of shit. You haven't been looking. I was so mad at him.
Yeah.
That's the
Shit.
extent as it goes. He's never done anything like.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's very situation dependent having that kind of push from someone. But like, Josh for me is always like, if I can sit with him and have that kind of chat with him, and he's like, you need to do this, you need to do this, and like he's very like realist at times as well. Like, you know, the whole like, you know, talking about the podcast with him recently and things that I need to be doing better when I like just had like one-to-one with him, and like they're just things that I've like overlooked, and like I sometimes I really need that push from Josh, like that like that
absolutely.
mental nudge of like, you know,
He's very good.
this
for
is
that.
what you should do, this is how you should do it, like, and like you might not say everything, like not everything he says is correct,
Yeah.
but like I think he's always got like a very like realist point of view on things.
Oh,
and,
he
like,
does. No.
For me, he always gives me that like push and motivation that sometimes I need.
The difference of that situation was if I was in that position where I hadn't been looking, he's absolutely in the right.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I don't want to hear it,
Yeah.
but he's right. Kind of.
But like at the end of the day, his point of view is an assumption at
yeah,
that point.
exactly. That's what it was.
Yeah. So
I
like,
do
wasn't
love
a-
a good Josh assumption.
yeah.
Like
So-
for me, it wasn't a case of like I haven't been looking and he's talking the truth and I just don't want to hear it. It's I had been.
Yeah.
I'd been in a very low place, built my way back up to that,
Yeah.
and he's basically just told me, "Nah, you
But
didn't look."
it's-
This is not to say that you and Josh don't get on or anything like.
Oh, I
just,
hate his guts.
just to like clarify for everyone. Like obviously,
This was
we're
a
all
one-off
friends. This is a
years
situation
ago.
that
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys
yeah,
have
yeah.
gone through. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you know, you get on
It was
absolutely
a long,
great.
long time ago.
It's really frustrating when you're in a place like that where you've built yourself back up and you're like, oh, I finally started to feel pretty good. And then it's like somebody just pushed you back into the hole. you just
Yeah,
got
pretty
out of.
much.
Because it's like,
You know what though?
all of the work you've done to get yourself to that point is really admirable. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's really hard. And then, like, you want to have a bit of a pat on the back and be like, yeah, like, good job getting to where you are. And with Josh, he, like, a lot of what he says means well, but he can't, or he doesn't really read social, I don't want to say social cues, but it's kind of what I mean, where it, like, there's a time to say these things.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the time.
I will say,
If I'm on holiday and somebody's telling me how shit I am and, you know, I should be doing this, this, and this, I'm like, fuck off, I'm on holiday.
I will say,
If I've gotten home, yeah, that's you get home and
Yeah.
you're very, like, what's the word? You're very, like, what's the fucking word I'm looking for when you're, like, psyched up?
Hyped.
Yeah, you're very hyped to, like, get started and you're feeling refreshed.
Oh,
and
absolutely,
everything.
yeah.
That would be a good point. But yeah, he's
like
a bit of
like
a-
I say, I will say, Josh apologized immediately after that, but
That
holiday
was
was
done.
ruined at that point. Mood was in the
Yeah.
ground.
I got a story where he was an asshole.
Go on, let's get it on.
Yeah. It was Josh's 25th birthday. Yeah, Daz already knows.
I know this story.
And I can't remember if it was tonsillitis or laryngitis, right? But essentially, when you have it, you have like a fever and you can't get out of bed and you are pretty much fucked for several days. So it was his birthday and he wakes me up at 3 a.m., calls me and he's like, "You're a bad friend." And I was like, "Why?" And he's like, "You didn't come to my birthday."
Do you want to know something?
What?
You've told this story on the podcast.
Have I?
Yeah.
Shit. Anyway, he was like,
That's
So
how
he
much
hurt
it
you that time, didn't he?
you're a bad friend. It really hurt.
It really hurt you that
really
time,
hurt to be
like.
called a bad friend when I'm fucking dying.
You're ill as shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might have been the first episode.
Kyle's gonna tell this
I don't know if
story
it was. I
every
can't remember.
episode until Josh apologizes.
Yeah, that's fair.
He never apologized. He might have done actually.
I don't believe it.
No, he's too drunk to remember.
It's on his previous Discord account, so there's no
Ah,
proof
there you
anymore.
go.
Ebbs told him this story at the 24 hour, and he had no recollection of it.
Yeah,
He was like, "I did what?"
I could never have wronged someone.
I could never do that.
Okay, it might not have been the first episode because he would have apologized then.
Mate, I was dying.
This is your chance, Josh.
When I get tonsillitis or
Apologise.
laryngitis, whatever it is, like I get it fucking bad.
Yeah.
And I had told everyone I'm not going to be there tonight. I could not get out of my bed, and then I swiftly fell asleep.
You would have thought, though, all the alcohol would have washed the tonsillitis away.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's how that works.
Is it?
Washed away, washed my life away.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
there's no more suffering now.
So that was Josh wronging you, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never wronged you in any other way.
We just need to.
Literally.
We just need to, though, say that he's grown a lot and he is far better now than he was back then.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's a much better person.
Like,
Someone.
The fact
No,
you
no,
have that
see,
re-
no, see, I learned a new tactic.
It's not quite learned
It's
enough.
called smile and nod.
Literally, right. The slap, right? What did you almost do this morning when you got shite bagged?
Oh, I almost did it. Like, I almost went, well, we're going to have to, we'll explain that in a sec. But
Literally, I was looking at him like, how do I go about this? And he said, hit me as hard as you can.
you were
So
just
I
tempted
did.
by him. Like, he forced your hand.
He
in
forced
that
it. He told me to
situation.
do it. I was like, fuck it. Right?
Mm.
If I don't give my all, I'm gonna get criticized for it. So I went ham.
Yeah, you could
It's
have.
a
And then
very-
he like went to his room and he was like, I deserve that. I've been pushing you. I was like, what are you on about? Like in his head, he feels like he had wronged me, but I wasn't aware of it.
honestly, there's such a weird magical power around one of your friends being like, you wouldn't do that.
It
Or
is.
like,
Yeah.
like
True.
we literally had it this morning. I don't know if you were when I said it. Like we were driving up and there was a car that was right up my ass, and I was
Like,
like,
proper, like, fucking revving up his
it
ass
was
as well.
like I moved to the outside lane. It was right up me. I moved back into the other lane. It was right up my like it followed me.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck's this guy's problem? And we were like, we should get out and fight him, jokingly talking about it. And we like got to a roundabout. We went one way and they went the other. And I jokingly went, oh, we know where they live now, so we can go back. And Dale was like, you wouldn't follow them. And I was like, yeah, I will. I started like, I basically started whipping the like steering wheel around. And I was
Almost went
like,
with it. Yeah.
yeah, and I was like, oh,
I was
shouldn't do
ready,
this.
like, taking my belt off at that point. Let's go.
And it's such a, like, your mate says it. Like, you could do anything. You could be like,
Like, I genuinely,
I mean,
like,
you
Daz-
basically, you're like, oh, you saying to me, oh, you should do poo reviews. I'm like, nah. And you're like,
Shite back.
you
Shite
would
back,
do it.
didn't
You
you?
should do it.
Devils
And I'm,
do it. Yeah.
now I genuinely am like,
It
I'm
has
gonna have
such
to
a
do this.
strong power. You
I'm
guys
gonna
have made
have
me
to do
do some
this.
awful shit
Wild,
when I've been
isn't
drunk.
It's actually wild.
You can't
The amount
say
of
no to
stuff. It's amazing.
But,
Like
um,
I've been joking to you guys, being like, you wouldn't do it, and I've ended up doing something like, I don't know, normally involves me taking my clothes off or whatever,
Well,
you
I
know,
mean, you might have
or
to get
making out with the boys.
we
do
actually
that.
You
spoke
do that
about it this
willingly.
morning.
Oh my
Yes.
god! I remember. What was it? We were EGX, was it?
The last EJX.
And yeah, last EGX, I had really bad
Cold
Cold
sore.
sore.
cold sores. I had 3 of them on my lips.
We were literally talking about
Yeah.
this
We
in the
talked
car.
about this earlier.
Were you?
In the car
Yeah.
this morning.
And yeah, I just walked up the Dale one night because I had avoided kissing you guys because I had cold sores. But one night I just decided to make out with Dale.
But honestly, your tongue danced with my tongue.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because somebody said you wouldn't put your tongue in Dale's mouth, and I went,
Yeah,
"Yes,
so
I fucking will."
Lon was I was explaining like power necking, you know, where like the boys will always fucking neck each other. And it's just power necking, isn't it?
It's for the boys.
It's not like making love or anything. We're just power necking. Just, the boys. It's for the boys.
It's
for
a
the
power play. You know
boys.
how like
Yeah.
in ancient times men would beat each other with bones or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
you know, to get the boober. Now,
you were gonna say
now,
each other
Stick our
We
tongues
neck
down
each
each
other.
other.
now
Yeah,
you
boober.
shove your tongue down their mouth to be like, I am the dominant one.
Yeah. It's like just
I am
walking,
your pappy.
just walking up to the boys, giving them a handy, be like, "What are you gonna do about it?"
We were joking about it on the way down, and it was like 10 years ago we wouldn't do that. Now we're doing this. In 10 years' time, we're gonna be basically like fucking each other and being like, "Hey," and then be
Prank
like,
him, John. Prank
yeah,
him.
for the boys, like, it's for the boys. Oh, it's for the boys, and then people are like, people going, "Wait." Huh? And we go, it's all right. I didn't come in him. I can fuck him. It'll be fine. I just didn't come in him.
Yeah, that EGX kiss was like I was sat on the bed completely unaware, and he pounced
Because
me.
somebody
like,
said to me, "You wouldn't shove your tongue down Dale's throat," and I went, "Yeah, I fucking will."
Yeah, he just
and I walked
pounced
over
me.
to him and I pushed him, and I put my tongue down his mouth, and then late, I think it was the next morning. I was like, I'm so sorry, I got cold sores.
You know what the funny thing is though? So I didn't end up with a cold sore, but Lon did.
She's the one who told you to do it, and she got the cold sore.
Wait, really?
Apparently, yeah.
You told me to power neck Dale.
I didn't tell you to power neck Dale.
She was
You
living
know
out a
balls you
fantasy,
make.
like.
Wait, what was it then?
I was talking
She was
to you
explaining
about
power necking.
Power necking, that I learned that from Dale.
So you went and did it to Dale.
I'll fucking show you.
Hey, don't tell me about it. I'll show you it.
This is how it's done.
We were joking about it yesterday, and we were saying something about, I don't know, like sucking Dale's dick or something, and she was like, oh, you boys would all do that. And we're like, oh yeah, we'll teach you how to do it. Don't worry. We'll teach you how to do it the way he likes.
Oh my god.
Well, no, you suck a dick properly. Let me show you.
Stand aside.
Oh, fucking hell.
You should search that.
It is just fun.
Oh, my
boys.
dick. Hey, chat,
If you
you want to
say
see
so.
my cock?
It's okay though, because I'd give Dale head, but when he's about to come, I'd pull away, and then
Yeah.
you know, as long as it doesn't go in my
Yeah,
mouth.
exactly.
It's fine.
As long as it's only on the hands. It's
I
fine.
can come on him, not in him.
That's what friends do. We make each other feel good.
And then the
Exactly.
next point will be, oh, I saved my mouth, but I didn't swallow.
As long as you spit.
And then it's, I swallowed, but I didn't enjoy it. Can't wait to suck your dick, mate.
All in good time.
No, he didn't come at me because I'm gonna poop it out later. Technically, you've done anal then.
Oh, I ate some food at the same time, so it's basically protein.
It was just the sauce.
Technically, I ate food with it, so it's just seasoning.
Yeah, exactly. Just mix it.
My food
basically
was
like
dry,
eating
you
soup.
It's no
Just
difference.
chicken soup. It's just chicken soup.
No difference to ketchup on mayo.
Yeah, we had sex, but we're not married, so like, you know.
This is fine. Yeah, we had sex after marriage, but when we don't have kids, so it's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, can't have kids.
We can adopt Sam.
We can.
Yeah, we adopted, but
Official announcement time.
we adopted, but it doesn't mean I love him.
Oh.
You don't love me?
There's going to be one person out
That's
there
it.
who heard that and
Thank
then
you.
just got sad.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
god.
called gay chicken.
It's gay
Maybe.
chicken, yeah.
For whoever was adopted, you got picked. You
No,
didn't.
no. We love the adopted kid. That's not what we're saying. We're saying we adopted together, but we don't love each other.
Yeah. I wasn't saying I don't love the
we
kid.
still
I'm saying,
love the adopted kid.
yeah,
Like,
we adopted a
Jesus
kid. I just
Christ,
don't love you.
That's what I thought.
We're not
I was really
heartless.
sad about that. I was like,
Like Sam just went through a crisis there. Like
that's why I was like,
poor child.
literally, yeah.
We adopted.
Don't worry,
kid,
you
like,
were
we don't love
picked
you.
and apparently loved, but your parents don't love each other.
Can you imagine gay chicken like, oh, it better not come. Oh, better not come.
Have you seen that?
I may not say no homo.
I think there's that skit of like the two guys who are basically like gay chicken
What's
in
this,
all the
like?
way through.
Through life,
they get
yeah.
married, they
Yeah.
live their life, they adopt kids, and one of them's on their deathbed or something, and one goes, "I love you," and the other one goes, "I won."
Right, we've just gone through our full life there and like lived out the end. Like, at least we love each other. So I've asked everyone else, Daz, but like, what was your favorite game to play with SR?
I'm just gonna say wow,
He is.
little
He's gonna
bitch.
say, wow, there's so many
I'm
wow players.
not.
What are you gonna say then?
I
I think it's a horror game. I think
It has to be.
Is it Faz?
Is it
It
Devour?
was Devour, yes, actually.
Yeah,
It's between that or Ghost Exile.
Ghost X. Okay,
Well,
yeah.
Games that neither me or Dale played with you. That's
I
fine.
know.
I mean,
And it,
there's so
Golf
many
game,
games we
golf
play
game.
now. We've evolved from just WoW, Sam. Thank you. I still
We're not
enjoy
invited.
WoW with the
We're not
boys.
invited. Shut up.
You shut up.
You shut up.
Okay.
Don't make me kiss you.
for the boys.
In the future, I'm
Boys.
just gonna like. So if he's streaming from the house like Ghost Gang games, I'm just gonna sit on the other side of the wall and pretend I'm in the conversation. Oh yeah, Daz is gonna ghost. Let me in.
Shit him up yesterday. You know how you crawled to his door? Yeah, I did it not long after.
I'm not gonna get used to that. I don't expect you to crawl.
I went in to talk to Glenn, and he was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, Daz's here. Should we go scare him?" I was like, "You're right." And I immediately dived on the floor and started scattering over.
Yeah, Daz has a window on his wall, so he can see into the main room. So we have to crawl in order to go jump scare him.
I had that
It's
as
really
well. You're talking
awkward.
about the demon having red eyes, and then literally his head just went.
Like there
It was
hasn't
funny
been
because you saw me before I saw you,
Yeah.
because obviously you saw my forehead before my eyes.
almost every moment I spend out in this main area now, I end up making like awkward eye contact with Daz through that window. Like I was changing into the Pikachu costume for the stream. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. And I'm like fucking taps off like with this putting this onesie on and like look over and staring into Daz like
I was gonna get.
Staring into Daz. What did I do? Staring at the fucking wall.
Just don't come at him.
Don't cover it. I was gonna cover that window because of the audio leaking, but I don't think I can now.
it's quite nice.
It is quite.
It
nice.
makes that room very interactive, you know.
Because I'm on one side of the office, so being able to look out the window
Yeah,
and
you
just
feel a
have
bit more
awkward eye contact.
involved. Like.
It's really nice. I see the same with these windows,
Yeah.
where you look out and you can see people like walking past, or like people will walk over.
I
The amount of
would
times
feel
when people
too
have walked
secluded
up and
otherwise.
just seen me.
Yeah.
Like
I don't get how they can.
I
Yeah,
don't. I
I
don't
feel
really
so
want to black
secluded
out
though.
anything.
For anyone who, well, everybody who doesn't know, because nobody fucking knows, these three doors, so Josh, Rob, and the spare room, all have like we all have windows at the top, and they've all got blackout like screens over it, so the window you can't see into the window.
That took a while to tick in my head.
But with mine and Glenn's, we don't have that, so we can look out. People can look in, and Ives' as well. And it's just really fun being able to see
Yeah.
your mates outside.
Anytime I ever do something in like a deception game that involves you, I walk straight up to your window and I'm just like,
Yeah, I know. There was a time where I caught a bunch of people in Among Us, and you walked over and were like, "Hugh."
you caught my kill, and I was like,
I just sit there giggling away. It's so good.
that's getting turned into a gift.
let's
I
get
can
turned
tell
into
you
a
that right now, like.
gift. Yeah.
Tom's watching. He'll do it.
So Kaifa's the best one for like peeking in on people because I went into what is to be Stan's room and decided to get changed, and like it was really hot, so I was like, no, I'm going in my pants in the Pikachu costume, like. So I stripped down and I locked the door because I was like, Sam's coming in if I don't lock the door, and I locked the door, forgetting that Kaif's got a window that looks into Stan's room. So like as I'm there like fucking butt naked, the blinds just open and like what was it?
Me and Simon.
Was it Simon?
I think it was Simon.
When was this yesterday?
No,
No,
that
days ago.
Tuesday I think it was.
The
Yeah,
blinds just open to a
I don't know,
chorus
I
of
might
men.
not be Simon.
but it was just like
Glenn.
it was. Yeah, I think it was like you and Glenn, and then Kaif sat by his computer. You're like, Kaif, look, he looks over. Like. So I just like put myself into like a little fucking showroom for the boys and stripped off for them. Like, but yeah, no,
Except there's a window, so all the money just comes back to us.
it's good. You get to throw money and you don't have to spend it. Like you get it back.
Exactly.
Mate, that's in my room. That's my legal tender now.
Won't leave my hand, so it's still mine.
Catch it before it's the floor.
What's your favorite memory
Just in general, or
with us?
my
I don't know.
I
favorite
don't care about
memory?
the rest of your life.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Fuck you,
fuck the rest of my life.
Either or.
Yeah, I want
favorite
both. now.
memory.
You said you had a boring school life, so I don't care
I
anymore.
did, actually. Things didn't get exciting until uni. My favorite memory.
With the Reverend in it.
Oh, classic church.
I really wanted to make that joke at the start, where I was like, I won't.
Go there eventually.
I'm not sure. There's so many.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's a cop out. Come on.
It is. I will think of one.
love
Pick
it.
one. Pick
I
one
love
that
every
involves me.
moment I
I
spent
love
with you
everyone.
guys.
No, I hate everything. Mate.
What about how did you feel in that moment where Glenn was like, who the fuck is this guy?
Oh yeah. Okay. No. Yeah. My favorite memory was EGX, the first one I went to, meeting everyone for the first time, and Glenn hugging me, and going, "Who are you?"
Yeah, that's so good. Like,
Did Glenn hug you, or did you hug him?
It was a bit of both. I went in for the hug, and
Glenn
he
describes it as you walked up to him and went for the hug, and Glenn was like,
Who the fuck
Fuck
is
yeah.
this?
His arms opened. He invited it in.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, because he's
you
awkward.
put him into a situation. He was like, "What do I do?" Like,
You know how you said like you were like away for a year. when you
Yeah,
came?
yeah.
That was pretty much Glenn. He
Yeah.
had no idea who the hell I
that's
was.
it. He didn't have a clue.
But I'd spoken to him in voice chats plenty of time.
And you like, you've got a pretty distinct voice. Like usually you can like tell who people are from their voice.
I'd spoken to him loads.
That's
So
what
when
I
I
mean,
met
so I
him, I
don't-
was like, you know, surely he's gonna know. Went in
That's
for the
cool.
hug, and he was like, "Who are you?" Best memory. Not traumatized at all, mate.
Not one bit.
Not one.
Not
bit.
at all.
No.
What's your funniest sexual encounter?
The funniest
What the
sexual
fuck?
encounter.
All right, let's go.
Come on, I've told loads of mine. You ever come and farted at the same time?
What? No.
Have you?
No, but the thought of it is so funny.
I can't after that. That's all I
my
can think about. That is all I can think about.
Well, you can think about that time you come and farted at the
I
same
come and
time.
fired, yeah.
Okay, what's your favorite non-SR memory?
Non-SR memory.
That
Yeah.
time you come and farted at the same time.
I imagine that would feel really weird because your ass would contract and then your dick would contract and you'd be like, just shoot that on both ends.
You'd implode.
Honestly,
Cease to exist.
I'd feel like I'd be having a seizure.
Honestly, right, if you came and farted at the same time, something would blow out.
Just reenact having a seizure like next to me.
Oh no, I was doing the lower half bit, like the shaking. I didn't mean that as a full body.
You full like.
Yeah, because my arm stayed in while the bottom half
That's
goes.
good. That was good. I want to watch that back. That's funny.
That's getting cut out, mate.
Yeah, just clarify, I wasn't mocking a seizure.
That's exactly
I
it.
was just enacting how my legs would tremble.
Yeah, when I be coming and farting at the same time.
Yeah.
Can't handle both sides.
Anyway, favorite non.
I want to hear about Daz's sex life. He has never told me about his sex life.
That's because it was about 8
I don't
years
even know
ago.
if I don't even know if you're a virgin.
One.
I'm not, but it was 8 years ago and I was fucking blackout drunk. I don't remember much of it. But I was
How do you
drunk to
Oh
the point
boy,
I don't...
we're getting busy tonight. I'm gonna give you a good scene too.
Nothing
happened?
exciting happened.
Was there a one night stand?
Did you come early?
Did I come early? Mate, I don't even know if I came at all.
Mate,
I was
that's
drunk.
definitely.
I may have come and fired.
That's
Wouldn't have known about it.
He just doesn't know.
I wouldn't... I don't know.
Okay. Have you ever got like so drunk that you literally can't finish?
Yes.
Yes.
That was the time, probably.
Okay, fair. Really makes you lose feeling in the head.
It's not even that.
The bottom head,
My
sorry.
entire body just gets tired. I'm just like,
You know what
That
though?
was such
It's
a
just
long
not
time
coming.
ago as well.
You don't give up for the longest time, do you?
nah, not at all. You keep
I
going.
kept trying.
trying.
It's one of those
ages.
things
Keep
where you're
trying.
like, I need to finish, and you're like, that's just not happening.
Yeah, so I gotta go
Sorry.
watch some fart porn. I can't like.
After about 40 minutes or something, you're just like, it's just no point. I'm done. Like, I'm sorry, it's not happening.
Glad I'm not alone.
You slip out and fucking.
What, with the
roll
fart
over and
porn?
sleep.
Or...
I've never watched fart porn. It's not for me.
You just
It's time to
basically lay there with what feels like a wet slug on your stomach.
Yeah.
Wet slug.
I reckon Stan watches diva fart porn.
100%.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
mate,
And
he sits
Sylvanas.
there.
And Sylvanas, yeah.
And
He'd
2B.
have a fart out of her ass.
Yeah, and 2B.
And 2B, yeah.
To be fair, I'd have a fart.
He- Stan did admit
Have
he
you
has
seen
watched
her? Oh
2B
my
porn.
God. I don't blame him. She's fit.
Like, out of curiosity, or is it like?
Oh, he's
Actively
probably he's
watching
probably
it.
blown to her.
Full
Well,
on
when
addicted.
Stan's on the podcast, we'll ask him.
Yeah, boy.
In a
You ever
year's
come
time.
to 2B fart porn? Maybe not fart porn, just 2B porn. Let's leave it at that.
I love
And
it,
then
'cause
we'll
we
ask
can
about
use
fart
And
this
then
as
we'll
a
ask about the
reference.
fart porn, yeah.
Those cheeks would jiggle though when she was farting. Like,
Yeah.
you'd be like fucking whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Anyway,
So it's been 8
So-
years, Daz.
It's been a long time.
You want
Bit
to
of
make
a-
it one day?
Yeah, mate. Let's do it.
Bit of a dry spell.
I'm here now. Let's get to it.
Have you just not have you just not spoke to women or like what?
I've not been anywhere, mate.
Have you seen you?
Are you afraid of women?
Bear in
Oh.
mind, 8 years ago is when I graduated.
Daz, for you to not have sex for
Wait,
8
you had her on your
years, right?
graduation night, like?
No, it was before that.
Oh,
it was the same
okay,
year.
okay.
Hang on, Daz, for you to not have sex for 8 years, you
Yeah.
had to actively be trying to avoid it.
No, I just actively never left the house.
So I guess that would
um,
do
Other
it.
than work.
Yeah.
well, I have a perfect.
for anyone out there, jump
Well,
into
I thought
Daz's
about
DMs. He's looking for someone.
No
Anyone?
more, please. No.
Come on, boys and girls, straight into his DMs.
You don't use Tinder. You don't use anything like that.
You know, thought
I
about
was so focused on getting a job. Hence the low point. Hence Josh
Hence
mocking
Josh
me.
pissing you off. I can
Yeah.
see why that
Right.
pissed you off now. You
You're
haven't.
like, I haven't had sex in 8 damn years. I've been looking for a
My
job
life
so
was
fucking hard.
on hold for the time I looked for full-time employment. Then to be told,
I can see
haven't
why
even
you were
tried.
angry at Josh now.
Oh, I was fuming.
You just don't care about sex, or
I do. Just I had other
Everyone
priorities.
does. It's just one of those
No,
things where
no,
you
no,
know,
no. Everyone cares
life
about
kind
sex.
of okay.
It's not for
Life
everyone.
kind of just gets in the way. Where
I didn't care enough that I
I'm single.
Was
at the moment,
gagging.
and I'm not too stressed.
I just wanted to
about
get my
getting
life
in
in
a
order, you know?
relationship or anything now. It's probably exactly the same sort of thing. We just don't care at the moment.
Like, in your defense, you got a pretty good looking hand, like.
which one?
Either do me just fine.
No, I wanted to get my life in order.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Like,
And now
there are
look at you.
things-
You're in Wales. What went wrong?
That's everything.
I know. Whose ambition is to move to Wales, like?
Oh, hang on, Daz. Just because your life is not in order doesn't mean there's women out there whose lives aren't in order. As well,
I know. Yeah, true.
Just make
You
bad
can get-
choices together.
You can get your life in order together.
Let's be down together.
You can be the better part of each other.
That's romantic, man.
That is.
We don't
quite-
do romance here, okay?
So,
That's too fast.
no kissing. So I think you're probably on the right track now. Do you think Daz is on the market soon?
You think? A few months? Maybe not even that.
You think so?
Do you like the Welsh accent?
I don't need to listen to them.
Oh, but slam it in me ear.
I don't mind a bit of noise next door to Daz. That's fine.
I mean, you're gonna have to deal with noise.
You're gonna have to do noise, like.
I've got that now. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't mind a bit of noise in the room next door.
Are you the loud one, Dale?
Huh? What do you think? Am I the loud? When I joke come back again. Am I the loud one? Lon, am I the loud one?
Yeah, that's a yes.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
That makes me sound really bad at it now.
What is it? You like?
I'm making noise.
Are
Like,
you like a? Or are you like a?
but I'm a big boy. I'm probably
I
grunting.
mean, so long as you don't sound like a gorilla.
I'm probably
Yeah,
trying to
you're
catch
okay.
my breath. Like. I'm there like. She's like, "Fuck, is he done yet?" Did you just come up far?
Oh,
There'll
I
be a
don't know
day-
what's going into me this episode.
there'll be
Hence
a-
Gone to Iceland.
That's what it is.
Honestly, he's like fucking.
Ev's is gone and he
focused on-
really wants that come.
She's been gone in Iceland for 2 days and I'm lonely.
Like I told you, you can borrow Daz for the night if you need
Exactly.
to. Like, yeah.
Give me Daz.
Break my 8-year cycle, mate.
You what cycle?
My 8-year.
Your 8 year
He
cycle.
said to me, "It's innocent."
I thought you said in a cycle. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Break my anus.
Break my fucking it. That's a
I
weird
can't
name
do
to
that,
describe your
Daz.
asshole. I ain't a cycle.
No?
Because if I come on you, I gotta admit I'm in love with you.
Oh fuck!
Just don't come in.
Don't come in me then.
True. You want to do the Superman?
Yeah, let's do it.
Blast on his back.
Oh, if you do you know what it is?
Do you know the Superman? Yeah. Okay. Do you know
For
the
anyone who doesn't know what it is, do you want to explain it?
Just get into position.
Yeah, essentially, right? He gets on, his stomach. You come on his back, put a towel on him, and push him on the bed. So he's Superman. Off the bed, sorry. So he's flying for a moment.
I did the same thing except with the sheets.
The
With like the
sheets.
bed sheets.
That's a long cape.
Yeah, there is a long game.
You just throw a towel on him, push him off the bed, and for a brief moment, he's Superman flying.
That's a magical moment.
That is some.
I think he'd make a good
That
Superman.
is some
You think?
fucking
Yeah.
strong, sticky cum to cause a towel to stick to you.
Just
I mean, if you sweat, you'd
Yeah,
kind of
true.
stick up to you as well.
Yes.
fucking tie around his neck.
That made it sound so much.
That made it sound really bad.
It
I
is
said it, and the fact that I kind of like said it, and we were like, fucking tie around his neck.
Were you not making a suicide joke?
No, I wasn't. Like, I meant
I'm
serious
so
days,
used
like.
to like you making suicide jokes about me. That I
Jesus
thought that's
Christ,
what
no,
it was
I
gonna
literally
be.
meant like a sort of stays, tie it like a cape.
Oh
Like that
yeah,
escalate.
like tie
Push
a
him
lot
off
of
the bed,
kids.
then tie him.
Fucking hell.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's a joke.
Here's a topical question for you:
What?
Go on.
Is teabagging sexual assault?
Depends if
Does the person you're
depends who you do it to.
teabagging like it?
Are you naked?
Is this in game?
In game, yeah, in
In
game.
game, of course.
So no, like that's such an absurd
It's too far.
approach. Like I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
You know what that tells me? You can shoot somebody, but you'll draw the line after they start teabagging you.
Yeah, you can shoot them all you want. Like, is shooting like physical assault? Like, is killing someone in game murder?
No,
It
it's
should be.
conjugal
It
assault.
should be if teabagging sexual assault.
Yeah, that's saying like to me that's fucking absurd. Like,
I think the closest line to it being sexual assault is if you go into Conan, choose the biggest dick, knock someone out, and then rub the dick on their face.
It's so weird though. It literally says like you can flat out murder me, blow my brains out. I don't know, hit me with a rocket launcher, whatever. But the moment you start crouching and uncrouching, I'm calling the police.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of
It's-
weird
it's
people.
wild.
Did you see? I think there was one where like they were playing GTA and somebody was just basically fucking dancing near someone else. They're like, that's sexual assault. You're like, get over it.
so
You see,
But
on Fortnite,
I mean, the
where-
sexual assault thing started off. I think it's pretty much just one guy. One guy started I don't know if it was a.
It's like Halo or something.
I don't know if he said it on Tumblr or if he said it on Reddit, but people mocked him. So then he doubled down on Twitter, and they mocked him on Twitter too. But there was also a guy who got banned recently for teabagging his mate in Apex. They banned the entire team for teabagging in
That's
Apex, and
wild.
that's fucking funny.
Does this
It's
just tie
funny,
in
but it's
to
just
like?
wild.
Does this just tie into like cancel culture? Are people looking for there to be a problem?
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
And suddenly
they are.
teabagging is one.
The
Without
thing
a doubt,
is,
like-
is people should 100% be like cancelled for like shitty views and stuff. But there's a lot of people that actively go out and look for these shit.
Yeah, they look for problems.
and then dig up all this shit.
They're
on
usually
people.
the ones
And
making.
I'm like, people are awful human beings, but you don't have to watch them. You just turn away.
Yeah,
I feel
but
like
that's
I feel like if you go back in time to find something to cancel somebody for, you don't care about the people that you're trying to protect through
Yeah.
canceling.
Well, that's
You're
it.
just trying to
virtue
take down that
signaling.
person, and it's just
Yeah.
it's just a grudge
that's the
at that
thing.
point.
It's okay to be like aware in the moment, but when you're going out of your way to like look for things, like don't get me wrong, like people might have done bad things, and like sometimes they deserve to be
Yeah,
kind of like shut down for it. But like, I just think sometimes people take it too far to go out of their way to
Yeah.
because it's almost become like a hobby of people to like.
Yeah.
yeah. I
cancel
feel like if you go
someone.
back in time to find something, then you're basically admitting that you don't believe in growth.
Yeah, but if you can't find something now, then they've changed. And
Yeah.
change is a good thing, like
I don't know. I think there is a point. If you go back 10 years and dig up something somebody said and they have apologized and changed, and that's one thing. But if it's like done in the last like year or two or something and they don't show much change at all, then
Well, that's
by
the
all
thing,
means
innit? If you
carry on.
can't find something recent and you have to find something old, then you've already
Yeah.
got proof that that person's changed.
Yeah.
It's just a weird one. Yeah, I think it's similar to how like with bullies where they'll put someone else down to make themselves feel better.
Yeah.
It's basically kind of a similar thing where they'll destroy somebody else's life
There's a
try
bit
and
of a
make
complex there, then, innit?
to try and essentially have some form of meaning in
They
their
feel
own.
like they've done good. They feel
Yeah.
like they've.
Maybe we
done-
should you should have like a societal rule, right? Where if you go back in time to find something about somebody, we have to do it to them too.
That'd be
Perfectly
nice, but
balanced.
The whole thing should be.
I don't know. It's a weird one. I think the best way to go about it, from my opinion, is just kind of to see people who do that and go, all right, you're sad, and then just carry on.
Yeah.
Just move on with life.
If you go back and find something on somebody, if we can go back and find something on you, they have to cancel each other out.
That'd be nice. Wouldn't it? That'd be nice.
It's like an Uno reverse,
No,
Yeah.
you.
Plus and a minus.
Yeah. All right, should we end it by there for now, guys?
Probably.
I
Yeah.
think we got a good bit of footage there.
Yeah, boy.
So yeah, thank you everyone for watching.
Oh, hold on. I'm just gonna go back to the face I was pulling right at the start.
I'll
so
join
that
you.
It's like a full.
Thank you everyone for watching. Bye. Maybe we should actually do an outro or something though.
Wait, that wasn't it.
How do you want to use it?
I want to use that.
We should do it really abruptly. Everyone just at the same time just goes bye.
It just
Fine,
ends.
fine.
Right. We'll do it at the same time. 3, 2, 1.
Bye.
Bye. No, we did that wrong. 3, 2, 1.
Bye.
Bye.
Like, I was behind.
Okay, oh no. 3, 2, 1.
Bye.
Bye.
That's so garbage. Because we can't have all 3 cameras. Flick through them super quick.
No, just
Oh, here you go. Get in, Daz.
Oh, that doesn't quite work. Come on. Come on, get close. What the fuck? Come on.
Can you just sit on my lap? Like?
No, we're good.
It's that camera this time.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Bye.
You're the best thing. You'll edit it. You'll show all the setup of us trying to do an outro.
I'm getting
Even with this bit talking about it.
yeah, afterwards.